So I didn't really want to make this announcement, but unfortunately, while I had the corona, it has left my body. David did, in fact, get the corona after what has happened, and he's passed away. He's passed away, and this is going to be the last Teamstars Talkcast for the month of April. And I just want to let you all know, April Fool's, bitches! Oh, David's right here, holy shit! You got played! You're stupid as fuck, you are stupid as fuck for falling for that. Yeah,
like
how's it
going,
bros? Like a, oh my god, speaking of that, well, I'll get into it later, but hey everybody, we're still stuck in fucking Coronaville for the month of April. But
is that like Margaritaville?
It's even worse. There's no margaritas. Same shit, no margaritas.
But Jimmy Buffett's playing over the speakers, and we're in hell.
It's not Jimmy Buffett, it's Jimmy Muppet, because they couldn't get the rights. So it's basically Jimmy Buffett, but it's a puppet, and he's being played by Carol Spinney, who I believe is dead. So, yeah, which is very sad.
Performance of her death time.
So last time we did the phone, and it was convenient for David, but it was fucking terrible for me. So this time we're using Discord. We're recording the audio separately, so whoever's editing this is gonna have a fucking hell of a time making it. But you make the most of it.
I hate you. Why would you do this to me?
Yeah, well, you're making me edit it, so I know I offered because I knew he would bitch. So there you go. You know what? I know exactly. This is how we're going to do it. Because I'm the one who makes the background and he edits the video. If I'm editing it this time, you're making the background. And it better not be half-assed.
You hate my background.
Just take the templates I give you and use that.
I don't have Photoshop. Oh, wait, I do. I think.
You gave me that cheap-ass fucking Photoshop alternative. You can use that.
I ain't making shit.
Get out of here, Chad. We're not even going to talk about you yet. But yeah, it's month of April, a lot of shit happened, still corona, but hey, I mean, you're stuck inside and the shit's still going on. That's pretty awesome. I don't think people realize we haven't had, like, a large-scale moment like this. Like, I wouldn't even compare this to 9/11. We haven't had a moment like this since, like, the fucking market collapse. What was that?
The Great Depression?
It almost feels like we're going through another depression, and so few people who are just lucky to be in certain circumstances that allow them to still get paid a decent amount among all of this shit are gonna make it out of this okay. But I know a lot of people are fucking suffering right now.
Oh yeah, it's the super Great Depression.
But I'm not suffering, because I am stimulated with this brand spanking new stimulus check. Stimulus check.
Free money from the government.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's our own money.
Hello, Trump? I'm gonna need a small loan of $1,200. He delivered. Should have asked for more. Fucker's rich.
Your loan says that you have to pay him back, so what were the terms?
I heard that it was non-taxable, so you don't have to pay it back, but then again, I don't even know how taxes work, so I could be an idiot.
You just go to your tax man, and he says...
The tax man testify. I don't know how the rest of that goes. Corona shit. Corona is shit.
Fuck Corona. I literally have the first thing on my list saying, fuck Corona.
Yeah, actually, mine is overall Corona shit, so... I have a list, too! I have a list! Can you believe it? I mean, fuck it. Yes. If I'm gonna do this from a computer, I might as well have a list I can look at. Feels great. great.
No, it doesn't.
No, well, it's the best alternative, honestly.
We're very alternative in our tastes. We
For
like
example,
Smashing Pumpkins.
I like Dave Grohl. Pretty much anything he's a part of, I enjoy, except for Nirvana. Uh, no, I like Nirvana, just not as much as the other bands. But
Yeah,
you
fuck
know,
Buddha.
yeah, fuck Buddha. He's a piece of shit. Get out of my country, Buddha. Stay in China with Wuhan. Oh my
Whoa!
god. Oh my god. I might have to cut all that, but I'm not going to.
Who are you protecting? The
My
Buddhists?
loins. Buddhists probably don't give a shit, huh? They probably
That's
just
kind of
put
their
me.
deal, is that they have to not.
They probably put it on like a cork board all the way in the back behind the Buddha statue of people never allowed to enter the temple, and I'm one of them, right next to Hitler. Never let this man into the temple. All right.
I'm not gonna even ascertain how bad that accent was, bro.
Accents are racist. You heard it from David. Anyway. Yeah, man, Corona's crazy, but honestly, not much has changed. Not, it's all the same shit. It
Oh
was.
yeah, more death,
Oh shut! That's not what I fucking
more
meant, Mister
unemployment.
Depressive. Okay, people died. I'm saying, if you're still alive, it's the same shit we dealt with the last 2-3 weeks. Oh yeah, people died. Did you mention that people died? I thought this was a positive podcast. You fuck.
Where does it say positivity in our our company statement?
I
Our
don't think we've ever.
mission
I don't
statement?
think we've ever mentioned this, but in the tag Teamstars
Ever
lore, our language, tag teamian, it does in fact mean positive speech. So,
as of right now, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, talk talkcast means positive speech. There you go. There you go.
Well, I'm glad positivity includes fuck, because we just said fuck Corona.
Yeah, fuck Corona. That's canon in
It's,
tag teamian language.
it's very positive.
Yeah. We do
You
come
know
from
what
the
else
tag
is
team star.
positive?
What?
My HIV status. Very positive.
That was bad. You should feel bad for saying that.
Why? It's curable. It's you can mitigate it.
It's not curable. It's treatable.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Oh my god.
Undetectable. Whatever.
Okay, I have here written monthly discussion question, and then next to it colons, because I did not come up with a monthly discussion question. But I'm gonna come up with one on the spot. Now,
Whoa.
see, I got a Burger King cup next to me. Burger King has Impossible Burgers. Okay, so what do you think of the idea that in the future, humanity is just gonna turn away from meat altogether, and it's just gonna be like meat substitutes and supplements and stuff, where you get your vitamins from?
Yeah, that's fine. I can eat some nut burgers. You know what I
Nut.
mean?
Go buy some Carla Lee nut from your superstore. They sell them. They sell nut patties. It's apparently good.
I hope
So
so. It's got all that fat.
I mean, honestly, okay, like my favorite food of all time is fucking a burger. I'm American. I love a big ass fucking slab of meat in between two, uh, nice and soft yet crunchy at participating locations. Burger bun with the cheese and the fixins. You know how it is. But a lot of the time, I find myself avoiding meat. Like if I have to. I mean, I'll mostly go for chicken if that's an option. And even then, I'm like, I can give or take. Like I don't feel disgusted or I don't know how if I could put that in better words, but I don't feel like wrong when I eat vegetables. But when I eat meat, it's just kind of like there's something going on here. That's not to say I hate eating meat. I love eating meat, but I could just go without it. Like if I didn't have to eat a burger again, I would be okay. You know.
That's good to hear. When we get to the part where we can have insects as substitutes, do you think you'd be down for that?
I would just stick to the veggies and the fruits.
Lame. I'm so down to eat some cricket patties.
They make those. They make those in like Africa.
Yeah, with all those locusts.
They're one step ahead of us, dude. Damn. Oh, I fucking hate locusts. Oh, you bastard.
Whoa, shit.
God, they're so gross. They're the most disgusting, ugly animals ever. Locusts.
I mean, they were what the one of the
The plagues.
great plagues. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking disgusting creatures. Alright, well. It's just.
Well, there's that video of them fucking up that country,
Yeah.
and people just stick their hand in the locust swarm, and there just comes like three of them, five of them on his hand.
Well, in
It's
early
messed up.
America, like when the settlers got here, when they tried to do crops, I think it was in Kansas. Whenever they tried to grow crops, the fucking locusts just came and eat everything, and the dirt just became unusable because no matter what they planted, the locusts would just come and eat it all up.
And that's why they made Arkansas.
Yeah, Arc System Works, Kansas. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, it seems like a foreseeable thing, like humanity going that route. But another part of me just kind of feels like, well, if you're forcing, like, if I'm eating uh, plants and stuff, that's fine, right? But if we're just straight up taking like pill supplements to get everything else, it's like, I don't know about that. Like, I feel like that's when we start moving away from what's natural to what's like artificial. But then again, what isn't artificial these days, right?
Oh, I'm kind of one step there, close to that pill shit, because I'm actually experimenting with these powder shakes that you just add milk to.
Uh
It's
huh.
called Milk Fuel, and they got strawberry and chocolate and vanilla, and it's I'm see how I feel about it.
Aren't those straight up just like for gains, like to build up muscle?
No, it's not a. Those are protein shakes. These are
Mm.
meal replacements powder,
Well,
and the one I got is pretty cheap, and I'll let you know how it goes.
as long as
Cause I
there's no,
wanna.
as long as there's no
What?
soy in that.
Hell no.
Apparently, soy really does fuck up your body if you take too much of it. But I mean, a lot of people eat tofu, and that doesn't kill them. You know.
But do they eat it? Do they
I don't
really,
know.
or do they just like absorb it into their fucking hand?
Just squeeze it in their fucking palm. Yes, I have the power of the tofu. Turns to the fucking Vegeta. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Haven't you seen that tofu violin player or cello player?
no.
That guy is fucking on like level 97.
That guy is literally levels. The concept itself, that's him. Well, that was a nice little
Look at.
question topic. I'm actually kind of glad I asked that. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere.
You never know what you're gonna get when you probe the inner
Mike
workings
Probst.
of our collective unconscious of us two.
Speaking of unconscious, hearing you speak is just making me want to go to bed. Ah, fuck you two. Alright, alright. So I have 3 categories here.
Categories. Whoa.
Yeah, I have video games, film and
Ooh.
TV, and miscellaneous shit.
Lame.
And I also have
Curious.
the possible game show segment that I want to get to. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I'm tired of waiting. I think now's the time
You don't want to wait
for my
until we
life to
do
be
the next
over.
Talkcast.
I
Yeah.
really don't, because I can do it on a computer. It's more convenient. for me to do it this way. But I don't know. Maybe who knows? This is the fucking Corona Part 2 Electric Boogaloo cast. And
Where we dance until we die.
hell yes. And you know what, David? I think it's time
What?
you pick the next segment. Or the
Well,
next
next
topic.
on my list happens to be TV shows, so I guess we're gonna go with category number 2.
Sweet.
I watched one show
Me too.
since last time,
Oh, I guess two
and
actually. If I know where you're going with this.
it is the number one show in America and perhaps the world. It is The Tiger King.
Yep.
I told Kevin to watch this show because
And I did watch it.
it's a fucking mess. What
Dude,
these people do.
I was just like amazed. And I'm kind of sad. Oh man, you know, you can top it off because I don't want to jump too into it before we even start talking about it.
The main character on the title, Joe Exotic, is just but one part of the madness of exotic pets in America.
The man's fucking
And
insane.
And the documentary goes through so many different layers of all these different sorts of people.
Doesn't it say in the beginning that the documentary started as like a different kind of documentary and it just became about Joe Exotic?
Yeah, the person, the director of the documentary, he shows up very sparingly. So,
But you see him.
but like he doesn't narrate the documentary.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like a less hands-on approach. Like they interviewed people and they have events, but it's less of him telling it by his perspective, but it definitely is. Because apparently they did leave shit out.
Mm-hmm.
But what they showed was definitely
Convincing.
if 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 well if things were faked, I'd be surprised because there's
Well,
so
I
much
mean,
footage that they have.
it can't be fixed. It can't be faked because all that stuff really did happen. Like there's news sources and like articles and all this stuff, like proof that this shit went down. He's in jail. Tiger King?
Right, but I mean more like in terms of like fabricating doubt or
Well,
like how involved someone was in certain illicit activities
there
and
is
whatnot. So
one person in the movie did speak out about the way they were portrayed in the movie, and I bet you have a good idea who it is. But I mean, the main focus of this movie is Joe Exotic, this fucking guy who has this really elaborate. I mean, it's kind of like the Carney's zoo. Yeah, that's the best way I'd put it. Because all the people who work for him are these washed out, like. I know this is like my catchphrase at this point, but losers. I don't even want to call them losers. They're just kind of like down on their luck. We'll put it that way. And
yeah, like the first episode, we see Joe Exotic like picking a woman up that's like has nowhere else to go.
yeah, at like a gas station, right? And all these
I
dudes,
think
they're like, there's something iffy about him, and you know that he just kind of found them. I was like, hey, you need a job, you come work for me. And like, who's gonna say no to working with like exotic animals? I mean, I wouldn't because I don't want to get my arm mauled off. Like someone literally did, like that happened to someone who's on Joe's side in this movie. And it's funny too because this person seems like the most sane out of everyone. But you know the one I'm talking about, right?
yeah, it's Saf or whatever their name is.
Saf, yeah. But it's not just him. And here's something I didn't like after having finished everything. I didn't like about this documentary is that it's mostly about Joe Exotic, right? But then there's these other people who like seem as equally interesting and fucking batshit insane as Joe, and we just get like Well, I mean, Carol Baskin, is that her name?
Yeah,
It's Carol something.
you got it right.
Baskin? Okay. She gets a whole episode talking about how her husband died and everyone thinks she killed him. And there's this whole demeanor about her that just feels like, I don't know. It's like arrogance mixed with self-righteousness.
Oh, she fucking feels like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. And I'm not saying she killed her husband, but the documentary made it convincing as if she did. Like they portrayed her as this like lunatic almost, and she actually she went against that. It's just like I talked to you guys about Joe Exotic because I thought we were just giving our opinions on him. And she's like, well, bitch, these things did happen, and well, a lot of people don't like you, so don't act like you're innocent. And to top it off, you're just like all these other people. Even if you advocate for it, like on the side, you still have. She's trying to get her zoo to be like authorized as a sanctuary, but it hasn't gone off the. It hasn't gone off the. It's not set in stone. It hasn't happened. So she's just like all these other people. But then you dig into it, and she's like, she legit like is trying to get all these zoos like shut down and blah blah blah. I don't know. It's weird. Like she's hypocritical, but it feels like she's actually doing something about it. And I don't know how to feel about her. I don't know how to feel about her. There's just something really off about her. Even if she is trying to do the right thing, I just can't put it. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, even if wrote to hell's pay with good intentions, like you could be trying to do good with what you have, but what she does is relentlessly attack
Yeah.
Joe, and that's one thing, but
Mm.
the shit that she did after she got the money from her dead husband, like
Yeah. Yeah.
when the husband's
I forgot about that.
families
You're right.
tried to talk against her, they threatened to take their part of his money away.
And like her family is in with the law. Like her family is. I think her dad's a sheriff or something, which is
Her brother
always a bad sign when manipulative people have family in the law enforcement. That is just
and her,
like anyone who has ties to someone in the police department is already a fucking threat. There's so many
and
people
she
who
was
abuse that power, dude.
and she was acting like, oh, he was him being in law in the sheriff's, like that doesn't matter much. Like, are you fucking? Do you think we're stupid?
Yeah, we're not dumb. Come on. You know, I don't. I always do this, both in real life and just like sparingly on the Talkcast. But I want to allude Carol Baskin to a character in a little anime called Griffith.
Okay.
So, named Griffith, called Griffith, whatever. Griffith murdered fucking everyone in his most Lael. Am I? I'm not tired, so why am I talking like a fucking simpleton? I don't know what's going on with me here.
Maybe because you are the simp.
Oh, shut up, you fucking consumer. But anyway, Griffith sacrificed all the people who worshipped and adored him in order to get what he wanted and what he thought was rightfully, like what he thought was right, like to get what he wanted and what he felt was right by the world. And I feel like Carol is kind of like that. She sacrificed. I don't want to say she sacrificed her husband, but she used her husband's death in order to fund what she believed was the right thing to do. While in doing so, I believe is also being hypocritical of what is right and wrong. And to get a little fucking philosophical with it, there really is no right or wrong to anything. It's just kind of due. And what she's doing is, I don't know. It's not right, but it's not wrong at the same time. But it's definitely shady. It's definitely shady.
Well, consider the following, as it were. Uh, she spends millions of dollars in lawyer expenses to try to pressure Joe into caving.
Well, okay, well
When
you say that, yeah, but Joe is also relentless. Like, how many times has he threatened the woman? How many times has he brought up the woman's dead husband? How many
well,
times?
that isn't where I'm going. Like that money could have been used for any other number of causes, including for the
Okay,
actual tigers
yeah,
in the wild.
yeah, you're actually right. And one of the chick Saf or guy, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, guy.
Okay, she put it the best. The only person in this who didn't win was the animals. It was all for them, and they got fucked over. You know, nothing they did was beneficial to the animals. They ended up killing a lot of the animals too. Well, no, hang on, not a lot, but too much. Too many animals died. Even Joe admitted to it that they found like. Wait, Joe didn't even admit to it. They found the carcasses and pinned it on him. And then the other
He
dude who's
admitted
had.
to it.
He admitted to it.
Yeah, in jail.
He kind of had to admit to it because they found the carcasses.
Yeah.
And even that one dude, fuck, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but he's the one who has the whole harem going on with his zoo place. That guy
Doc.
just feels like a fucking smooth talking Gordon Gecko ass. Like, I'm smarter than you. I know what I'm doing. He reeks of that. And the fact that he has that whole harem in his zoo just blows my mind. How, like, I wanted to know more about this guy. And at the end of the documentary, it's just like, they also found that he was murdering cubs that were too small to blah blah blah. I'm like, I want to know more about everyone, but I'm glad you pinned in on a Joe Exotic, but some of these people are fucking insane, and I wanted to know more about them. Like that Mexican, I think he might have been Puerto Rican guy, who's like, he went to jail for something, and he had his own tiger sanctuary too, and we only hear about him once throughout the entire thing. And I'm like, fuck, man.
Well,
I
they
wish we knew
interview
more
him
about
and they
that.
go to his place.
Well, maybe it's just wishful thinking. Like, maybe it's not as
You want
interesting as Joe
you want to
Exotic.
see more.
Yeah, yeah. More so the harem guy, and maybe Carol Baskin, because they do make her look sinister, but I feel like we didn't really see enough of what she was doing, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. What was really important was Joe Exotic, and you know, it's crazy how we pretty much paint everyone as the bad guy in this except for Joe. But that's just because we're kind of rooting for him at the same. It's kind of like Joker. Like, everyone loves the Joker in Batman because he's a great villain, and sometimes he's like in the right, and I like in a weird way, Joe is just the fucking antiest of heroes.
Yeah, when I saw that he was against PETA, I was like, "Oh man, this guy who's like badly treating
Yeah,
tigers is also against PETA. Well, that's good, I guess.
he's feeding them Walmart meat, dude. Just bulk Walmart meat that I'm sure isn't even good anymore. It's
And
fucking.
it's not enough for how many fucking tigers he has.
They gotta eat tons of food, dude. I mean, among all those tigers, you need tons of that shit. Are they even eating right? You know, it's
Hell
crazy.
no. That's a you don't need a goddamn
And
veterinarian to
like,
know that shit.
this zoo isn't being run well, and you know that because like 3 members on the staff are missing fucking limbs. Saf doesn't have an arm. That dude with straight up 2 legs, 2 prosthetic legs. Like,
Well, that wasn't from the tigers. That was from a uh,
oh, that's right.
zip line fall. You know.
Yeah, he talked about it. And then she was like, uh, as soon as she got out of the hospital, she went back to the fucking zoo. Or he. It's a he, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to mislabel her as whatever. Him as whatever. But anyway, it's crazy. We should actually talk about Joe. We should talk about Joe.
So this gay, southern weirdo, somehow he, he was able to get these tigers and breed them and get so many people to follow him without paying them shit just because he has tigers. And he got married once before the show shit happened, and then married
Again.
another guy,
No,
and then
dude,
then
no.
married
He
another Southern San Diego Southern boy.
he married both of those guys at once.
Oh, was it all together?
The younger dude and the bigger dude. And
Yeah.
I mean, like at first it was just like this guy has two fucking husbands. And like, that's weird because conservatively, you're only supposed to have one partner, blah, 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 blah. But then they're not even gay. They're not even gay.
Yep.
He married two straight men. What the fuck? How did they agree to this? How? And, I questioned it. Like, why the fuck would you do this? Well, first of all, he must be convincing. But then David painted a picture for me that made it all... It made 100% sense.
It's very simple, yeah.
Yeah. Drugs, meth, pot, whatever fucking... He was coaxing...
Gifts.
He was coaxing these young kids, these young dudes, into his park with drugs and fucking, like, I would imagine the adrenaline you get from handling big animals.
Guns. Cars.
And, oh my god, I forgot something. I was just about to talk about it. Joe Exotic is... God, can we even call him an eccentric? Like, is that...
I mean,
He wants to be famous so fucking bad. He loves to put on a show, and I think in the show there's as soon as they started calling him Tiger King, he's like, "No, that's me. I am the Tiger King." Like that was just it. That's him. He's the Tiger King now.
No, I am Tiger King.
No, I am Tiger King. IR Baboon. Anyway, Man, I want to get back on the husbands real quick because one of the dudes was talking to, I think it was, oh yeah, by the way, Joe Exotic ran for president. One of the dudes,
and then governor.
The guy who was helping him run, he was talking to the second husband, where he was just like, dude, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I'm going crazy. I'm not gay, dude. I'm straight. And, like, I'm losing my mind. I don't want to take any more drugs, blah, 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 blah. And he points a gun at him, and he's like, dude, relax. It's not loaded. It's a fake, whatever, right? And I'm assuming what happened was he was trying to prove to him that the gun wasn't loaded, or it wasn't real. And he fucking shot himself. And they had that on camera. Not him getting shot, but footage of the other dude seeing the shot happen. And the shot took place because there's a white flash indicating that something, like, went off.
Yep.
That shit blew my mind. The fact that, like, Netflix even left that in the documentary, they let that happen, blows my mind. It's fucking insane. Joe is bringing these young, like, unaware teens into his sex dungeon of fucking cats and animals and whatever. Coaxing them with drugs to let them fuck, not letting them leave, and he drives them to kill themselves. Maybe, unknowingly, but still, it's his fault. The guy's dead. And then to make matters worse, as soon, like 2 months after, I think it was 2 months after.
Yep. Oh my god,
the husband died.
That's the craziest shit to me. That he got married again.
He married again to another young teen who I think was actually gay this time
Yeah.
and like
Oh
genuinely
well.
loved it. And when they got married, he invited the mom of the guy that just died. He invited the mother of the last husband that just died to the wedding. Why did she go?
Who the fuck does that? I mean, I don't know, man. Your whole world is fucked up at that point. I don't blame her.
Joe is. Oh, man.
But that Joe did that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on through Joe's mind or whatever. I don't know if he genuinely loves the people. If he genuinely loves these people or he's using them to fill some sort of void.
Well, I saw a video about some things of his past,
Uh,
and they said it's some of it about his family and how his dad doesn't want him to visit his grave or whatever.
yeah, I remember that.
Um,
That was in the documentary.
yeah, but parts they left out was that Joe was actually raped as a child.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit will fuck you up. And it does
Jesus.
make a lot of sense to how he has fallen. Not to say that like all the people who have suffered that sort of thing end up all fucked up, but like if it it can fuck you up real bad.
Jesus Christ, man. That doesn't. That's bad for Joe. But he did a lot of fucked up things, and that's just inexcusable. Even if you did have a fucked up past, like,
Yeah, no, your actions, like, it's not an excuse. Like
yeah.
he still hurt a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and the suicide he is partly responsible for.
He's been given a life sentence, right?
22 years, and by the time he's out, would be 70 something if he lives that long. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Unless he gets out early.
I want to see what happens to all these other uh, zoos in Florida after this movie comes out. Like, I wonder how Carol Baskin is doing after all this. Because I feel like a lot of people don't like her after this documentary came out. Because she
Mm.
did a lot of shady shit. Everyone was shady. Everyone in this industry is shady. How can you not be? You're buying illegally, like, obtained animals. You're not supposed to be having these things. That one dude
Yeah,
had a
they're
fucking lemur, and he was being, what's the word I'm looking for? Fined, I guess? I don't know the term. I don't care to look it up.
motherfucker thinks he's Aang, you know.
Long ago, the four zoos. I don't remember their names. I don't want to make that joke right now. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk about Tiger King. But any final thoughts on Tiger King? I think we said everything we wanted to say.
Tiger King, what a wild ride, and some
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
characters, some of the side characters I did enjoy, and like I like the Hat Man, the TV producer dude.
yeah. I like that dude.
I like the blonde manager of the zoo guy.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now. Please try a little later.
You son of a bitch.
Alexa, understand this, you bitch. Get the fuck off my Talkcast.
Did you unplug her?
I did my best. I taped over her mouth.
You know, I usually don't buy into popularity when it comes to things, but I mean, I don't watch much of anything, honestly. And when David told me to watch Tiger King, I was looking for something to watch. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch this. and I was genuinely surprised. What I didn't enjoy though was that this thing said there were 8 episodes, and the last episode was a Corona themed fucking like zoom off with Joe McHale from fucking Community, and the people who were in the movie or the series, the limited series, mind you. Just make it its own separate thing. This was not an 8th episode. It was lame. Fuck Joe McHale.
I think that's something everyone can get behind.
Mm-hmm. Except for that
But,
time he did the VGCs on Spike TV. That was great. Legend. I like it when he's being an asshole. Joe,
Oh yeah,
you're more likable
During
when you're a dick. Just keep it that way.
yeah. During Ubisoft press conferences, yeah.
A fucking legend. Well, I guess that's it for Tiger King then. I will segue into another show I've been watching. Was that the only show you watched? Really?
Yeah, I think so. And then I'm
I-
just watching my YouTubers.
Me too. Me too. I put YouTube to sleep now instead of actual TV. But anyway, I have been meaning to watch the show for a long time, but I guess I didn't have Hulu at the time. But commercials were coming up for it that were like on FX and on Hulu on FX, which I'm like, what's the fucking difference? It's don't call it FX on Hulu or whatever. It's just Hulu, okay? But the name of the show is What We Do in the Shadows,
Oh right.
and it's been getting advertised for a new season, which I didn't even know the first season was over, and I had been wanting to watch that since it first came out, but I was like, no, you know what? I want to watch the movie first, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, you had to buy it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it unless I know what the movie is. I've gotten
that's
burnt
a shame.
doing that too many times.
I watched it on Netflix. I think a while back.
Was it good? The movie?
Oh yeah, the movie's pretty fucking funny.
I gotta check it out.
Waititi, boy.
Yeah, he was in. He's a part of the show, but he was actually in an episode. It was really good. But anyway, so this show, the best way I can describe it is it's like The Office and Parks and Recreation. Only it's about I was gonna say zombies. It's about vampires, and it's about what they do in the shadows, what they do amongst normal society.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Well,
show.
you bring up. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just
Go
a
ahead.
sec. You said Parks and Rec. You like Parks and Rec? I'm still
Uh,
trying to
I
finish
like
that fucking show.
I like Parks and Rec more than The Office, but I think the first 3 seasons of Parks and Rec are genuinely good, and then everything after that hits The Office tier, where it's just like, this is too much about the characters, and I just kind of wanted to watch a show about, a company or a government, whatever, and them just fucking around. Once you get into relationship status, TV shows are just kind of like,
Oh yeah.
dude, I'm so done with this. Can't you just be a comedy? Come on. But yeah, What We Do in the Shadows is fucking hilarious. And I think the first few episodes, it was like weird. Like, this show is crazy. Like, the concept alone is just like weird. But it's making me laugh, and I'm gonna keep going, and I'm just so happy that I did, because it got progressively funnier as the show went on. And
I think it's that New Zealand edge.
well, these characters aren't even New Zealand. All of them are from Europe. Like, they're all from, oh, well, I guess New Zealand. No, it's not. It's not even fucking part of Europe. They're all like from Britain and stuff like that. But my favorite dude is the main guy, or not the main guy, but the main vampire, the head vampire, Nandor, the Relentless, I think. I fucking love the way he speaks. Guillermo, can you please open my coffin for me, please? It's like, he's the best. Like, you cannot laugh at us. I get to make fun of vampires. You don't get to make fun of vampires. He has this assistant named Guillermo, who is his familiar. I guess vampires just have these human assistants called familiars that just help them out.
Yep.
And Guillermo is his familiar, and Nandor just treats him like crap, but will just throw him a bone every now and then. And Guillermo, he saw Antonio Banderas in Interview with the Vampire, and he's just like, if he can be a vampire, I can be a vampire. And Nandor promised to make him a vampire. And it's been 10 years, and he's still not a vampire. It's fucking funny, cause
Yeah, yeah, that's lifted right from the movie.
it's a
Uh,
running joke in the series.
is when you say Guillermo, do you mean Del Toro?
No. It's just his name is Guillermo. None of the characters from the movie are from this. It's completely new.
Ah, lame.
Well, is there a character named Nandor in the original movie?
I don't remember.
Well, from my understanding, it's just based off that movie, but it's not the same character. Cause this is like
Hmm.
vampires in Staten Island.
Oh no, I just want to see Guillermo del Toro.
I kind of want to see that too. You actually do see celebrities, and it's funny how they do it, but I won't tell you that. It sounds like you're interested. I won't spoil anything major if you're interested.
How long is it?
It's only 10 episodes, and they're like 30 minutes each.
That's not bad.
It's a good show. It's a good show. It's funny, and it really, as it goes, really like takes off. In my opinion, anyway. Like I
Hmm.
think the second episode is kind of whatever, but there's an episode where one of the dudes tries to suck this guy's blood, but he's in bat form, and he doesn't transform back into his regular form, so that they don't call him out as being a vampire. So they take him to a pet shelter, and they're trying to go into the pet shelter just to save him. And it's really fucking funny because there's all these tropes about vampires, how they can't go in the sunlight, whatever. Well, they can't go inside until someone invites them in, and they're just standing there like, can we come in? The door's open. Oh, can you just say let us in? Like, can you just say we can come in? Yeah, sure. You just knock yourself out. All right, great. It just comes in. It's funny. It's a really funny show. They go full ham with these tropes. I think at one point Guillermo has a cross in his hand, and he turns around like, "What the fuck are you doing with that thing, man? Like one step away, please." It's funny. Matt Berry's in it, and everything I see Matt Berry in, he just kind of seems like really over the top. Like, I love the way he talks. Like, I love the way everyone talks in this fucking show. They're great. Their accents are hilarious. It's a good show. It's a good show. I totally recommend it. I don't want to say too much as to not ruin the fun, because I think a lot of the fun was the unexpected.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm interested. I would definitely say to watch the movie. Cause I like that New Zealand shit. I like the way they talk. I like
Taiko,
their weird humor. Yeah.
I like Taika Waititi. I've always been wanting to watch his movies. I just never get around to it. I know he did Hunt for the Wilder People. That was like advertised up the ass online. I want to check that out. I also want to check out What We Do in the Shadows, and another movie he did, but the name escapes me.
Is it the new one?
No, old one, not Jojo Rabbit. But yeah, yeah. I absolutely recommend the show. It's an interesting take on a old formula. 'Cause a lot of shows go for that documentary style thing. There's even a joke where one of the Vampire King, and I don't mind saying this because it was in the first episode. The Vampire King is like there giving a speech, and then he stops in front of the camera crew, and they're like, "Yeah, just don't mind them. They're doing a documentary. They're filming me." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, just ignore them. They'll be in the background." I love fourth wall breaking shit like that. Like the one time they did in The Office. But yeah, yeah, good show.
Reminds me of the Wild Boys, or whatever the fuck that movie's called.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I love Wild Boys. Shit was great. Chris
What caught me off guard
Pontius.
because I was expecting it to be
Steve-O.
more serious, but then it cuts to the fucking younger brother and his in the dork ass comic book kids, and it's just wacky
Oh, the vampire
AIDS
movie.
bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah, with Corey Feldman, Corey Haim.
yeah.
They're both in it, right? Both Corys.
I don't know these Corys. I only know the one in the house, boy.
Corey, check it out. I don't want to do that. So yeah, watch it. It's good. I give it a personal 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, you got
Not
a
quite
bump.
a 9. Not quite a 9, but 8.5. It's very, very unique. Very unique.
It's
I'm
very
not done.
symmetrical.
I'm not done with my TV shows.
Oh, okay.
This don't count as a TV show, but I didn't see any other movies. I didn't even fucking finish this. I saw the first 20 or so minutes of Onward, because that movie was in theaters and Disney was like, fuck it, we're putting it on Disney Plus. It was a big, it seemed like a big deal. So I'm like, okay, I'll check out Onward. I cringed at this movie. I hate Chris Pratt in this movie.
Oh no.
And I think Spider Kid was fine, but I forgot his name. Tom Holland. I thought he was fine, but like they overplayed that. Oh, he's awkward. He doesn't have friends. Blah blah. But it's like, come on, man. Like, this guy doesn't have any fucking friends. Or I don't think it was that he doesn't have friends, but he was too afraid to invite them over for a party or something. And, dude, Chris Pratt's character. At first I was just like, oh, he's gonna be like a rocker dude. Like, he's gonna be cool. He was not a rocker character, alright? He was like a thespian dude who went over the fucking top and just so happened to love D&D. That's the vibe I got from him. Like,
No.
come, brother! Let's blah 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 with the Terra and Valhalla, blah blah. It's like, will you shut the fuck up? You are not at all the character I was expecting. You went full ham, and I hate it. I hate it. I like D&D loving brother who's overbearing and blah blah blah. I'm just like, dude, fuck off. It would have been way more interesting if you didn't make him such a fucking dork. If the dork hates his brother because he's also a dork, it's like, what? Or is that the point? Is that they realize they're both dorks? Yeah, I stopped.
I don't know. You only watched 20 minutes.
I don't know. I'm not gonna finish it. Chris Pratt ruined that movie.
Oh, that's a shame. I was looking forward to it because of that combo, but
Well,
I
maybe
don't
you
know.
should watch it. Maybe you should watch it. Maybe I'm just, overreacting. But I was not compelled to finish that movie.
Yeah, I was meaning to go watch it on a discount day at the theaters, and then they closed the theaters. So I was like, oh,
Dude, for less than a ticket, or how much is the discount ticket?
oh, I think it's like $8.
For less than that, you could just get Disney Plus for a month and see like every other movie, including that one.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, that's
But
it.
oh, I was
What?
thinking of that other movie, the Pigeon movie with Will Smith and Tom Holland.
Oh God! I remember we saw the trailer for that and we both equally cringed. God, that looks stupid. I just remember the part where it goes, "Oh my God, I'm about to kill this kid." Like, what? Will, are you okay? Wake up from your fever dream. You're still at Uncle Phil's. You still have a career you can save.
Oh no. Well,
Oh,
whatever.
man.
He has money for days. He can do
Well,
as many clunkers as he wants.
Well, the thing about Dr. Phil is that the man's a millionaire, and Will Smith is also a millionaire. But where did he get that money? A lot of people like to think it's from his acting, but I like to think that it was from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which I did watch a bit of. So they're doing a special version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's not quite the same. You can't get contestants, to be a part of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when, we're stuck in our houses. But they're doing this charity thing where instead of contestants, it's celebrities, and instead of an audience, it's just the fucking staff and crew who work on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And every now and then they'll laugh at the bad jokes that the celebrities make. And then Jimmy berates them, and I'm like, haha, Jimmy still has it in him. After selling his soul to the devil.
Jimmy who? Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes, the good Jimmy. If you can call him that. I like Jimmy Kimmel more than Jimmy Fallon, but Jimmy Kimmel, has had better years.
He's done some crazy shit.
Yeah. See, all we gotta do is get Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla locked in a box, and he'll be funny again. But anyway, yeah. So it's a celebrity version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but all of the questions are butt fuck easy, like simple questions, and it's for charity, right? Like you would imagine, they're gonna get these, and on top of that, they get their own helper in the background. Like they choose somebody to help them on the questions, and then they'll come in. This one comedian, the last time I saw it, some chick, she had fucking Dr. Drew as her helper. I'm like, that's fucking Dr. Drew, bitch. You're not gonna miss any questions. But in her defense, she was quite dumb, so she needed Dr. Drew.
She
And
needed
like,
a big ass lifeline.
yeah, exactly. Will Forte had his dad. The dude from Modern Family had I think his writing partner. This bitch gets Dr. fucking Drew. He's a doctor and he's very intelligent. He's a smart man. I like Dr. Drew.
Well, because you were talking about Will Smith, I was expecting you to say Will Smith was on it, and he had the fuck's
Haha.
that? Norman as his helper. What is his?
Norman Reedus.
No,
We're gonna get to him later, ladies and gentlemen.
What? It's that one kid from
Tom
that
Holland?
one show. What do you say?
Tom Holland.
No, it's the Did I Do That kid?
Jaleel Brown.
Yeah,
Wait, is it Jaleel White? I think it's Jaleel White.
Gio White. That was
Oh
it.
my god. Did I assume his last name was Brown because he's black?
I don't know, Kevin.
It's one or the
That
other,
is
honestly.
a
I don't know if
reasonable
it is Jaleel
explanation.
White. Is it Jaleel White?
Yeah, that's his name. I
I-
recognize that a lot more than the first one you said.
I apologize, Jaleel. I loved you in Sonic the Hedgehog. But anyway. Yeah, it was stupid easy question. I'm trying to think of really easy questions. I think the hardest one I saw was like how you say hello in Italian. And it was like a trick question, but it was both like really easy. Yeah. I think the only ones I can remember being on there were those three contestants that I mentioned. But it was really interesting. It was really interesting. Would I watch it again? Maybe, if I walked in on someone watching it. But I just wanted to mention that. Because, like, they are desperate to have ratings that they're getting poor Jimmy Kimmel in here with some rando celebrity just to play, like, for funsies for charity. Which I'm like, that's better than nothing. You know? It's fun. It's fun to see. But it depends. It really just depends on what celebrity they get to do this.
But the funnest part is when you see people fail the easiest fucking questions, though.
There was actually a part where the comedian, like, they were guessing, I think it was what movie won Best Picture for whatever year. I don't even remember what the movie was. I think it was 1917, but she voted The Lighthouse. Like her and Dr. Drew both agreed it was 1917. She's like, all right, I'm going to go with D, Lighthouse. And Dr. Drew's like, no! Like, no! It's like, wait, no! And they already locked in the question. And Jimmy's like, okay, we're going to talk about it we're going to talk about it during our break. We'll see you in a bit. And she just has her hands on her face in fucking tears. I'm like, are you serious, bitch? He just said 1917. And, like, I don't even know if 1970 could have been the wrong one for all I know, but I remember that being one of them. And I'm just like, are you kidding? They gave it to her, obviously, because it's for charity.
Oh, come on. That's bullshit.
She lost it right after, don't worry. But I'm like, what the fuck? This is only this is only approved because it was for charity. I'm telling you.
No, it should be like if you lose the question, they're gonna double the amount of charity by taking it from your bank account.
Hell yeah. I love that idea. They're rich. They have money.
I mean, what are you gonna say no to charity live on national TV?
And Jimmy's just
You
like, I
really
get
that
paid
much of
either
a
way,
shit?
babe. I get paid what you win, so it's whatever. The charity is me. My favorite
charity.
My favorite part of the episodes is when Jimmy makes fun of the contestants. But yeah, Jimmy is something else. I was listening to Howard Stern because Sirius is free, and one of the only reasons to get Sirius is to listen to Howard Stern bitch and moan about his rich celebrity life. And he had Jimmy Kimmel on, and I swear to God, it was like listening to. It was like listening to four friends talking on a Discord. Like that's what this felt. It was Zoom, but it just felt like four friends conversing. Because it was just him, his partner, Robin, and Fred, like the two people he trusts the most on Howard Stern. And then the guest was Jimmy Kimmel, and it was like it felt like they were genuine friends. Like I feel like Jimmy actually liked Howard in his early years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fun. And I'm like, "Fuck, Jimmy, you're hilarious. You're making fun of you're making fun of Howard left and right." And I'm like, God, I wish you were like this all the time, man. I'm so fucking tired of seeing you on late night. You're funny, man. I know you have it in you. It's just, god damn, you sold your soul to the devil. Just like Stephen Colbert. Nobody likes Stephen Colbert anymore. Unless you're like
Yeah,
hardcore
but the
liberal.
money. But you gotta get the money.
I need the greenbacks.
Calm
Yeah.
down, Wario. Shit.
Wario, I want these greens. And Luigi comes, well, you can't have my shirt. That's in the wash. Okay.
Oh!
True.
I see what you did.
That
And
ends it.
That
That's it. That's it. That's it. We end this TV discussion. That was it. I watched way more TV than I usually do. Blows my mind. But
that's how it is in quarantine.
yeah, in the movie too. Rewatch it. They wasted hours watching TV. I want to segue because I mentioned Norman Reedus. I didn't want to make a big deal out of this, but I now that I finished it and I saw everything, I feel compelled.
About fucking time.
You can take my heart and keep holding to. I don't fucking know. I like that song though. It plays at the end of Death Stranding, which I beat finally. I got everything. I maxed out everybody. I built every road, and I felt so goddamn accomplished when I did it. How do I feel about that game? Go ahead.
You connected the country in its time of isolation.
I stranded it. My name is Sam Strand, otherwise known as
Whoa,
Bridge Porter Samus. Shut up. They straight out say his name is Sam Strand. Well, that's mom president, whatever the fuck she is, sister. Spoilers, whatever. Spoilers, the entire fucking Death Stranding talk. Death Stranding is... God, I feel compelled to say that it is my favorite game on the PS4.
That is crazy. I'm amazed how much you like that game.
That game is fucking awesome. I love that game. I think the gameplay was genius and realized, and it's frustrating, but it's supposed to be frustrating. The gameplay in that game was fucking genius. I love that game. I love the way that game plays. I love the dumb characters. Like, they're all goofy, but you know, they're all grateful because like this guy's just running around delivering. You're the great Sam Porter Bridges. Whoa, this is in great condition. What would I expect from Sam Porter Bridges? It's just, it feels so gratifying delivering all this stuff. And then, you know, after I skip everybody and like not even look at their cutscenes. That game's awesome. That game is awesome, and it's rewarding just going through that hell I did to reach the ending. And then I fought Higgs.
Whoa, wait. Tell me about that hell, because we said before you hate whales, and I was waiting for you to get to that part.
I'll talk about that after. And then I fought Higgs. Oh, fuck off. Okay. There's a part where Die Hard Man's like, alright, well, you gotta cross that Black Sea, but you'll figure something out. And you straight up just have to get mauled by BTs. and you're crossing this ocean to get to Amelie, your sister, or whatever the fuck she is. And she's like, there's this fucking enormous whale-like creatures,
Multiple.
like splashing around, swimming around you. And I have a massive phobia of giant sea creatures, especially whales. I had to have someone in the room while I did that.
No way.
Mentally,
No.
mentally, I was fucking aware that I was not,
Wow.
that they couldn't touch me. And so, I got to the end, though.
Me.
Don't touch me! And they actually did touch
You
me later on.
became Sam.
But anyway, dude! He was like, oh fuck, don't touch me. The game. Don't touch Lou! But yeah, I was horrified, but I got through it. And then, I fought Higgs. Now Higgs, the fight with Higgs was actually pretty dope. I like that in order to beat him, you had to either go around him, or you just had to... you threw packages at him to stun him, and then run up to him and punch the shit out of him. And I really love how you have a fist fight, and then there's like a straight up Street Fighter style health gauge above both your heads, which I thought was cool. That was awesome. Kojima loves his fucking fist fights. I remember seeing clips from the end of Metal Gear Solid,
yeah.
and it's straight up you fighting Liquid Ocelot, right? Or Liquid Snake?
No, it's Ocelot. Yeah, it's Ocelot. Yeah, Liquid Ocelot. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. And they're just having a fist fight, and that's just so dope. I love that, actually. I like that. I just love that whole segment, really. And then it turns out that Amelie is... wait, before I get into that, when you fight the giant humanoid BT, that was first, right? And then you fist fight Higgs?
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. I actually wasn't expecting this game. Somehow I got the stigma that there were no boss fights in Death Stranding. And you totally do. Like, the giant BTs are supposed to be your boss fights, right? So, the first time you fight one is that giant tentacle mass. Like, it's not even a creature, it's just a bunch of tentacles. And then you fight the lion one, and the little whale one, which also horrifies me. But those two, I consider, like, mini-bosses. The boss is the giant sludge thing. And then the giant humanoid one. Those are bosses, right? Oh, and the fucking jellyfish one scared the shit out of me.
Oh, they did?
Not so much the way they look, but the noise they made, like... as they went closer, like... It was like a weird clicking noise that I'm like... I feel like Junji Ito came up with these creatures, because that is such a noise I imagine coming out of the creatures they make. Because he did help out with this game, too, from what I heard. But yeah, after you fight Higgs, you're on Amelie's beach, and it just blows my fucking mind how stupid this game got after I fought Higgs. And like, there's that whole thing where he's like, one more fight, the final boss, 1-on-1, the fight to end all fights. I'm like, Higgs, will you shut the fuck up and just fight me already? Like, I get it. Okay, just fight me.
Baby, please fight me.
Oh, baby, please fight me. Come on, man. I'm running on my last Red Bull.
Monster.
It's Monster. Whatever.
Wrong
I like Red Bull
brand.
more. Okay, Red Bull's better than Monster.
You're not the true Sam Bridges. You don't piss and turn into Monster.
I'm going Monster. That should have been that should have been a part of the game. He turns into a giant green mass, and he has his crossbow from Walking Dead. Anyway, this game went uber stupid when you find out that Amelie is like. There's a part where you're running. There's a part where you're running on the beach with Amelie, and Norman has the stupidest smile on his face. It looks like he's constipated. Like he has to take the fattest shit, and he's trying to keep it hid while running with Amelie. It was so stupid. And then you see the Madam President, like, with Cliff and Die Hard Man.
Oh,
and
wait.
What?
You skipped past Princess Beach.
Oh my god! Like Mario and Princess Peach? No, like Mario and Princess Beach. Kojima, you stupid man. Do you think you're being fucking clever with that line? All of that stuff with Amelie, and like that's the big reveal, right? This whole game is just to find out what the fuck is up with her, right? To go rescue her.
Yeah.
And I just was so not interested in her bullshit. She's the extinction entity, and she just looks like that, and it's like, what? That's fucking lame, dude. You're annoying. It's all, like, it's just words, like, my strand is connected to the beach, with that what connects all of our other beaches to the strand. It's like you're using words in place of other words, and making it sound stupider and more complicated than you're intending it to. That's how I felt when they use these, like, your bridge strands the strands that fucking tie our ropes together in this millennial being. Like, what? You speak English, okay? Stop being metaphorical. You're not being smart. What?
They're Japanese. That's just how they are, man.
Oh my god. No, it's like, it's, no. Because I've read Japanese literature. I've read things Japanese people, I've seen Japanese films that are fucking exceptional. That are written beautifully. This dialogue is stupid fun. But Amelie's bullshit, which was supposed to be serious, it was supposed to be a serious moment for the player, was stupid beyond all hell. I like a lot of the characters in this game that aren't the main characters. I love Norman Reedus. I loved Die Hard Man. I fucking loved Dead Man. I liked Heartman. I hated everyone else. Any other important character they try to get you to like, I hated them.
But, she's, fragile, but not that fragile.
Fucking Fragile. Oh, I love Fragile too. What are they saying? I also love... You know what, I'm full of shit. The only two characters I didn't like were Mama and, Amelie. I'm full of shit.
Yeah,
I loved everybody.
You love Troy Baker.
I can't think of a character I hated. I like Troy Baker in this game. I love beating the shit out of him. This game gave me the option to do so. Oh, and Cliff. Cliff is like my second favorite character in the entire game. Fucking Mads. Give me back my baby. It's the best, dude. And then, of course, there's the whole fucking reveal. I knew as soon as a dead man goes up to him, like, it says that his last name was Strand. Like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Like, I knew immediately that's where that was going. But what I didn't know is that earlier in the game, Dead Man's like, no, the visions you are seeing are things that the BB saw while it was in whatever. So, like, they lead you away from thinking, no, those aren't his memories, those are the baby's memories. It turns out that Sam is the first BB who escaped from the thing, and the Madam President raised as her own.
After she shot him.
Cliff, yeah. And that whole moment,
and Norman.
Oh yeah, the baby got shot with him. And I love that.
Shot through the BB.
Through that whole moment, like, it's supposed to be kind of like a Harry Potter when he looks through the I forgot what it's called, but where he looks through the fountain and he sees the memories, like, he's just there, but not really. Only,
yeah.
Nowhere, he's like, you said your name was Sam? Like, oh shit. Like, I'm talking to Cliff. And he reveals, you are my son. And you're led this whole game into thinking that Cliff is looking for your BB, like, your BB's special, right? It turns out your BB isn't special. It's just some random BB. You were the BB having the visions. And your dad was trying to find you, right? Which is awesome. I love that revelation. All this bullshit with Amelie, whatever. Everything else was interesting. Way more interesting. This game was awesome when it came to that. And I'm going to admit, I shed a tear on several occasions, but I shed a tear when Dead Man gave Sam a hug. He's like, I always wanted to do that. Like just a little one. But then when Sam came back and hugged Dead Man, I was just like, fuck, dude. He learned to let people in. And that's something I love about, I guess you could call it an epic. Like a hero's journey. There's always these stoic characters, like, I'm going to do it again, Guts from Berserk, who just rejects people. He hates being touched. He doesn't like talking about himself until this sudden moment where he just lets everything out and he's at his most vulnerable and he just comes back and shares it with somebody else. He shares himself with somebody else. And I just it's a beautiful character moment for me whenever I see that happen. And I really like seeing that moment of Sam.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Hollywood. There was, man, am I getting too ahead of myself? 'Cause I feel like I'm skipping something. Okay, one more thing about
I
the
remember
gameplay.
exactly what happens.
That went on through the
if you
story.
Yeah.
I believe right before you meet with Amelie the last time, like it's basically like the credit sequence.
Yeah.
Those whales that were scaring the shit out of me. The final boss fight of the game is this fucking massive monstrous whale that flies through the sky and constantly tries to eat you and like fucking ram into you. Do you know
You
how I
could
got through
say
that boss fight?
it was a monstro. No, I don't.
Do you know how I can mentally get through it while having a blast fighting that thing?
You played music or something. I don't know.
No, I had a beautiful mind moment. You seen that movie?
Spotless something of beautiful mind.
I think it's just called The Beautiful Mind. It's the one with Russell Crowe,
No.
where he sees people, and like he thinks they're real. Well, in the movie, he's always seeing his college roommate and this little girl throughout his lifetime. The same little girl. And he just goes to his wife, who's like already horrified of him. He had just drowned his son accidentally.
Jesus.
The baby's still alive. Don't worry. It was in.
Oh.
It didn't happen, but it almost happened. And he accidentally hit his wife because he saw someone trying to attack her. You know, who wasn't there. And he stops in front of the car and he goes, She doesn't age. The little girl, she never gets older. She can't be real. Playing this game, I saw that big-ass monstrosity flying through the sky, and I said, whales don't get that big. This fucking thing can't exist. It doesn't scare me. And I just shot the shit out of it. I was having a great time.
Wow, you went straight through your psycho break.
It was an awesome boss fight. It's the best possible boss fight they could have given you in this game. I loved it. That and Higgs. That was awesome. I loved that fight. But I was talking about moments that touched me in a very good way. And I knew it was coming because, you know, they allude to so much shit in this game that actually does happen. It's not very subtle with its illusion.
Yeah, subtleties for cowards.
Fucking Kojima. Maybe you should learn. Maybe you should be a coward for once. One of the... It's so obvious by the end of the game that Sam is going to try to take his BB out of the tube. But near the end of the game, after everything, where Die Hard Man is the president now... Oh, and I should touch on that too. Die Hard Man deserves an Oscar for that performance he did. Talking about how he loved the president, but he also loved Cliff too. And he felt terrible, like he was only following orders, you know, blah, blah, blah. And really, Die Hard Man is... He's a bit of a unsung hero in this game. Like, he's trying his best, but things just didn't go right.
And he's suspicious, and he might be the bad guy, but he's actually not.
Yeah. He's kind of like the Snape of this movie, where you just assume... Yeah, he's awesome. I like Die Hard Man. And he just did a great performance when he was breaking down in front of Sam. Like, fuck. Like, I could feel the emotion from that. How could you not, you know?
Oh.
I really loved that scene.
Yeah.
But
he
the
just
part
breaks the fuck down.
that gets me was you're finally at... You're tasked with cremating your BB. And Dead Man is like, look, I can't take it out. You have to destroy it. That's a government order. But here, I'm gonna untie your cuffs. Nothing can stop you from taking it off. No one's gonna know where you are. I can't stop you from whatever you're doing. I'll see you later. Whatever. Like, just go. And he goes and he sees visions of what happened. It's around that point you find out that Cliff is your dad, and that your mom. First of all, I just want to state, if you didn't realize this already, Amelie and the president are the same person. They're both an extinction entity, and they're trying to end the world. And because she loves Sam so much, she's letting the world go on as long as it can. And also that when Sam died in the real world, the Amelie in the beach universe, whatever it is, her beach, she brought Sam back to life, which is worth noting because it's important. So
and that's why he's able to revive after death.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I didn't even realize that. Because he's the only one that can do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So at the end, Sam puts the BB on the incinerator, and he's about to do it. He's about to let it go. At the last second, he picks it up, and selfishly, I think it's a really selfish thing of him to do, but it's a baby, you know. It's kind of like the dude at the end of what is that game with the mushroom zombies? Last of Us.
Yeah.
Instead of turning in Ellie for the cure for the whole pandemic, he takes her away and shoots down the entire facility and saves her from death. It may not be as grave of a, defiance, but instead of doing a government-sanctioned order, he saved the BB, trying to revive it, knowing full well that there's a great chance that it wouldn't survive. And realistically, when he took it out, it didn't survive. Like, he was all crying. It's like, come on, wake up, wake up. And, seeing something like that, someone trying to revive a baby, is just fucking tear-jerking, man. Like, that's an infant child who barely had a chance at life. BBs are something else. Like, they live longer than that. But
it is a tool. It's not a thing. It's not a person.
And full well, they don't even, they're not even subtle with it. Because, subtleties for retards. They're not even subtle with it. The baby wakes up and he's holding, I think, Amelie's necklace, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I fucking sobbed like a bitch when I heard the little baby noise. Then the baby's still alive. And that, for me, the payoff was supposed to be finding out why the world is like it is, and Sam finding out what's wrong with Amelie, right? And I just fucking hated all of that. It was so boring. I didn't want to watch any of that. But saving your BB and finding out who you really are was the most satisfying way to end that game. I loved that ending so much. And the game was almost tarnished for me just from that Amelie stuff. It was just like, wow, I just feel like I wasted my time.
And it went on and on
and on. It was fucking awful. But everything after that made it so worth it. And I give that game... from a personal standpoint, not overall, I give that game a 10 out of 10. That game is a masterpiece. Maybe I'll notch it down to a 9 out of 10 because I do think the writing is stupid, but I think the dorkiness, the quirkiness of it is entertaining. I like interacting with these people who are just grateful all the time. Like, really, I love that. And this kind of game it's a special kind of game I don't think we're gonna get for a while, which it's unique. It's a very unique game, and a lot of people like to joke that it's a walking simulator. It's whatever. I don't think they got past the first 2 hours because that game is just so much more than that. It's so in depth. You're walking a lot, yeah, but the point is you're progressing so you don't have to walk. You're progressing. You're connecting the world so that it's easier to connect with others. It's a fantastic game. It's a good metaphor, and while the writing is spotty, it's a genuinely great experience. I love that game. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's as close to being perfect as it possibly can be.
And I'm sticking to my 3 out of 5.
I can't agree with that. That you're basically saying that Death Stranding is like as good as Kingdom Hearts 3, which it's not. It's better.
Oh no, you can't do that to me. And
I,
that's not valid.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Then why do they have the same rating? Either lower one or
Be,
higher
be,
the other.
well, if you're gonna give me a choice, I'm lowering Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's not how that works. They're
I,
both
I
getting a 3.
no, I disagree. Well, then your rating is flawed because you're not sticking to it.
You wanted me to change it?
No, I mean, yeah, change it, but you're sticking to it. So it's like you didn't really change anything. I think you need to reassess.
This shit
I
doesn't
think you
really
need to
matter much
reassess your
anyway.
bullshit, dude. I think you need to reassess your bullshit. Death Stranding is way
No,
better than a 3 out of 5.
well,
And
I
you,
had a
knowing
different
you,
experience than you
you
did.
rushed through it to experience the story, which is the worst part of Death Stranding.
I didn't rush through it. Fuck
Yeah, you did.
off.
You
You
rushed through.
took your
You rushed
sweet
through.
ass
You're the
time.
guy
There's
who
a
plays
difference.
easy mode. You're the guy who plays easy mode just to experience the story and sell it back to GameStop for the price you paid for it.
Oh, easy mode? You want to go about easy mode? Let's talk about the next games, you piece of shit, where I played it on a hard difficulty. And I
Animal
still want to sell it.
Crossing. Nah, I went on about Death Stranding. You go. You're next.
I played the Doom Eternal.
Oh, I'm
I've been
eternally bored
telling
with
you
this
all.
conversation.
I'm glad it's the last time I talk about it, so I can stop hearing Kevin bitch about it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I won't complain. I won't do that stupid snoring thing I do. I'm gonna let you go on a rant, just like you let me
Oh,
talk about Death
great.
Stranding.
You're amping
Go
it up
ahead.
because when you do it, it's going to be hilarious. I get it. Okay, anyway. Um,
Well, now I'm gonna do it. See
yeah,
what you did?
exactly.
Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it
Oh,
because you made.
oh, now it's my fault. I see.
It is your
Anyway,
fault.
Doom Eternal.
I don't want to do this in front of my parents. Go ahead.
What?
Just go ahead.
Doom Eternal is the sequel, but they actually changed the tone a bit. They, I guess, went for a more classic feel. They wanted to be more like like the story and like it focused on the gameplay and wanted to be more, not I guess arcadey, but more like of a game instead of being in a world, if that makes sense.
Uh huh.
Because in Doom 2016, just as a distinction, when you got new weapons, they were in a weapons case or you picked it off of a dead employee, a dead person. But in this game, they're straight up glowing in bright green and they're spinning around like a fucking Quake weapon.
Hmm.
And you go and pick it up. It's like these are entirely different things.
Who
And it
developed
just
Quake?
feel. What was that?
Who developed Quake?
Id.
Okay, yeah, that figures. Okay, continue.
So I felt a little put off by the game at first because it felt like it was like it didn't really care much what about how I was feeling about going through this game. It
Uh
felt like it
huh.
just wanted me to shove me in to get to the good stuff, you know. But like atmosphere matters. Like being like like progression and things matters. So they start you off with a shotgun and then they like very quickly give you the upgrade for the shotgun and I don't know, it just feels different and they put you into a wide open space, and they want to very much like promote the mobility and everything, and I feel like the pacing in Doom 2016 was more, I guess, was more manageable, but in Eternal they want to get you right into fighting as many enemies and challenges as much as you can to
Okay.
but I
Just
don't know.
before you keep going, are they demons or are they aliens?
They're demons.
Okay, so why do I get the implication that these demons are not demons but they're aliens because they live on a planet? I don't know my Doom. I don't know my Doom, so if I sound like an idiot, I'm sorry.
Demons come from hell. Some of the humans are zombies that have been corrupted. but the monsters are different demons, and there's also enemies from different dimensions. Because there's whatever realm they added realms to this other than hell. There's this
Uh,
fucking sentinel, uh, like not Viking sort of shit, but I don't know how to describe it, but
that sounds
like
stupid.
it's a little weird because
Like,
I feel like it loses focus into what.
part of what makes Doom Doom is that you're a fucking testosterone filled, like, lunatic who's fucking murdering demons left and right. And once you add outer elements to it, it's just kind of like, I'm. If you want me to shoot aliens, then just call it like Void or something. But I'm fighting demons and it's called Doom. So please don't. They don't have to intermingle. Like, just make a different game. I'm fighting demons right now. You know. Like, why do they have to be? It's. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Play the game and maybe tell me how you think, because I don't know.
It just sounds like they're adding too. It's like Pixar where they can't decide where they want a movie to go, so they just put every idea in one movie. It's like, well, yeah, you did it, but now it just makes like no sense. But that that's just how I feel. Go ahead.
Uh, yeah, so they tried to add, like, I guess more characters, but they don't really do much, and I guess that's fine because they want the main thing is the gameplay, and like in the last game, but I feel like they also wanted to get away with both. So they
Well,
had some cutscenes where it's like it goes to third person, and you see Doom guy talking to this guy in hell, and you're not understanding, and you have to read the codex to see what the fuck they're talking about.
I feel like Doom in the earlier Dooms, there, there were no NPCs. I already know that. The earlier Dooms had no NPCs. But as the series went on, as it like progresses, it would be kind of boring if you didn't have something to interact with because it's not the same level based shooters. Like it's connected, right? It's connected world.
No, it's level based,
Oh,
like
really?
last time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
It's not an
that.
open world, but it's open levels, I guess.
Open map.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. I
Um,
guess that makes sense. But are
the
there
challenge.
NPCs?
No.
Oh, okay, well then I don't know what I'm talking about. I remember seeing a clip of some dude praising Doom guy, and I'm like, I could have lived without that, you know. But again, that's just me. I don't play Doom, obviously, but it just kind of feels like there's a lot of stuff being. God, I don't even know the term for it. I think it's just they're altering it into something that it wasn't.
Well, they're trying to, I guess, put it down into its, like, into a more evolved version of what they think is essential.
I guess. I mean, things have to evolve as things go on, and it'd be kind of boring if it was the same thing over and over again. I mean,
But I
they
don't
did
feel
three
like.
Dooms. How did Doom feel in the third one? No, in the second one than it did in the first one. I know Doom 3 is a whole other thing.
Doom 2, the levels were. They try to be different, to where degree where it wasn't as fun. But some of the enemies that they added were cool. The double barrel shotgun was an amazing addition. But overall, Doom 2 is inferior to Doom 1, in my opinion.
Hmm. Keep going on
Um,
Doom Eternal.
so it at the start I was very mixed about the game,
Mm-hmm.
but once I got more options into the weapons and playing it, and the levels were okay, like finding collectibles and upgrading wasn't like there isn't as much of a grind as the last game to complete most of the upgrades, but I feel like there's also some missing, like there was something missing to to the combat because that was a big part of the last one. But uh, it I don't know. I played Ultra Violence. I had
Mm.
fun. I did. I guess I did well than other people that I see play the game because they they played on fucking baby normal and shit, whatever.
I mean, I'd probably play
Uh,
normal too. My logic is I'm gonna play it on the difficulty that was intended, and if I love this game, I'll play it in a harder difficulty, and that's usually how I go about it. But
yeah, that's fair.
I don't replay a lot of games too, so I mean, go figure, you know.
And this game really wants you to try to replay it. They added this is something that I guess this year they're doing where they're having like multiple playthroughs and having rewards based on that. It's with Doom, RE3, Persona 5 R, and well, those are the three that come to mind because those are what I played. But it's with Doom, I did not feel that compelled to replay it, and they even have daily challenges in this game.
Oh God, fuck off with daily challenges. I hate that.
So that way you can unlock fucking profile stickers and icons and titles. Like what the fuck? This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't
What does
Street
it?
Fighter. Like
What does it matter, man? I remember when I got Tetris Effect on the PS4, and they had like this online leaderboards where you had to finish certain missions to get certain like avatars and stuff. And I'm like, I just want to play Tetris, dude.
yeah, it's missing the mark on what the fuck you want. I don't know. It's weird. Uh,
Well, what would you rate it? What would you rate Doom Eternal?
well, let me just take a little bit about the multiplayer mode. I played one match.
Okay,
Played
okay.
one match, and it was so I played as it's a one person plays as the Doom guy, two people play as demons,
Mm-hmm.
and in this one match that I could get going because I
Now,
tried a couple
Damon,
times.
can I play as a Caco Demon?
Yeah, you can. I think.
Sweet. Alright, I'm on board. Caco Demons
These
look
two
cool.
guys played as Marauders, which is the new type that you can't damage
Mm-hmm.
unless under specific circumstances in their moves. So it was a pain in the ass, and I wasn't sure what to do and how to win because I killed them a couple times, and then they killed me once, and I guess I lost.
Yeah.
It was weird. Uh, I guess I should have gone through the tutorial, but I didn't feel much compelled to do that afterwards, so I just
You have to
played
take
the
that.
main game.
You didn't want to play through the corporeal tutorial for Doom 3?
Yeah,
Doom
the
Eternal?
demonology. Play. I can't make.
Okay, whatever. So, what do you rank the game?
Uh,
I hear it's
I
worse
give it.
than Doom, like 2016.
Uh, in my head, they're pretty similar, but oh, hold the fucking phone. The the last boss in this game, sucked like shit. It left such a fucking bad taste in my mouth, man.
Is it Amelie tier? Because that left a bad taste in my mouth.
No, it's not that bad.
Wow.
It's not that bad,
Okay.
but man, I could describe it, but compared to the last game, like this boss fight, it was too much. It wasn't fun. There were so many ads, like like
What?
there's so many demons that you're fighting other than the boss,
Isn't that how it's
and
usually like in a Doom game?
certain boss fights, yeah, but for the precedent of the last game, when you fight a boss, you're focusing on that boss. Um, and for this one, it was like there were too many enemies, and then it expected me to see what the boss was doing, because he also at times just like punches your fucking dick in, and but like I'm also fighting the guys. Like, how am I supposed to keep track of both of this shit at once?
Okay.
And then of course I'm moving around and there's teleporters and shit. But I felt like no matter what I did, I was always fucking at the end of my rope trying to and not doing much damage. But
Alright.
it was a I died so many times and it didn't feel like I could figure it out.
Okay.
It was
I have a
dumb.
question for you. Not related to the boss, but just about Doom.
Yeah.
Does Carmack have any input in this shit? No, right? He's
No,
totally left.
he's gone. He's gone
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, because I know that he was
You,
working on the Oculus, but he left that for something else.
yeah, I think he worked a little bit on the new Doom, but not a
Doom
lot.
Eternal. Yeah, it shows. Because I've been hearing Doom Eternal is worse than the other Doom.
I mean, some of the things they did with the weapons and the enemies. I mean, it's more shooting. It's more fun. It's more mobile. They added a dash, and you
Mm.
can double dash, uh, in the air, and the mobility is definitely improved, and that's fun. But
But like,
overall,
at what point
I
when they
think
add
it's
all this
worse.
shit does it stop being Doom and it starts being Eternal? Like, I'm not saying that to make a joke. I mean, it's just it's Doom Eternal, but you take the Doom part out, and what are you left with? You know, a bunch of new shit that was never in a Doom game.
No, you say they could have just put it off to some other franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, uh, the, there's all sorts of other things I could talk about
I
that
mean, that's just
like
me bitching, but
intricacies of the combat, but uh, it's pretty similar to the last game, but I think I would rate it worse. I think the last game I put 4 out of 5, and this one is a 3 out of 5.
damn, it's as good as Death Stranding.
Yeah, no, that's not
Fuck
how ratings work, Kevin.
that. I disagree completely, but okay. I mean, if you're ranking games and enjoyability rounded it out to a 3 out of 5. Well, I guess there's variables and stuff, but
Now rankings are different from ratings, right?
yeah.
So
So
I'm not
what?
ranking them. I'm just giving an overall, like you said, my experience with it, how much I
Doom
enjoyed it.
Eternal gets a 3 out of 5.
That's right. I'm taking the Sessler method.
Nobody likes Sessler. Abandon Sessler.
Bring back the Cess. All right.
Dude, nobody wants not even fucking Morgan wants him back. Like, we're done. Forget
Well,
Sessler.
dude. Yeah, Morgan needs to get away from Sessler. Sessler's a weird old man,
He's
and
coke addict.
he's yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not done with gaming conversation, but me and David did go on for a bit, so I got to take a piss, and I think it's about time we took a break.
Oh yeah, we've been going on for a bit. Go take a piss, boy.
And I have so much more to talk about. So, guys, we'll be right back after these messages. There won't be messages.
Doom combat is slightly more engaging. You can target enemies' weaknesses and do some extra layer shit, but nah, it is good. I don't think it was better than the last one. So it felt more like a game, and I guess they leaned too hard into that. I didn't really care about it. Because then I felt like, oh, I just have to get through shit. The fucking last boss was so confined, and then the second stage, it opens it up a bit, makes it a little easier, but it felt more like a piece of shit. A game. It felt more like a game. It felt more like a game. No, they put those thoughts over the break music. I don't know. You deal with this shit.
All right. So, we're back. Took a
And
piss.
ready to attack.
Got my water. We are ready to attack the Ottoman Empire. Before we do that, we still have more games we played, and we're gonna go more in depth than ever before.
Because we
Uh,
both played this game.
no, fuck off. I'm talking about Animal Crossing. Talking about Animal Crossing.
Oh, great. So go in depth as I listen very intently.
Better. I might even go that far into it. On the day Doom Eternal came out, kinda, Animal
Yeah,
Crossing came out,
yeah,
and that's the
yeah.
game I got instead of that piece of shit David bought.
Yeah, Isabel is so much better than Doom Guy.
What are you
It's
talking
no
about? I
joke.
fucking hate Isabel. I
Wow.
call
Well, you have
call her
shit
that
taste.
bitch
I'm just
dog.
saying. Wow. I mean,
I know
it's
someone who would
accurate,
agree
but
with you. I know someone who would agree with you. But anyway, Animal Crossing New Horizons is the new Animal Crossing game on Switch, and I have a strong opinion on it. It is
whoa,
worse than the 3DS one.
wow! I heard that was one to get into.
The 3DS one?
No, the Switch one.
It's fun. I like it, but I feel like the 3DS one. Okay, so Nintendo has this like ass backwards thinking in that they can just release a game in what is essentially a beta and just add to it until it's final with its last update. And that is very much the feeling I get from this game. But the thing is, with Animal Crossing, it's somewhat justified because they do this. And David, by the way, if you wanted to get into Animal Crossing, now is the time because you basically you'd be playing it the way Nintendo wants you to play it. And how they're doing it is that in the old games, you would just have holidays. They were already in the game. You'd have items that were already in the game. You just had to switch it to a time where it came. Uh, Through use of a method that is famously used as time travel in Animal Crossing, you can change your system's internal clock, and that'll force the game to speed up to a holiday or some sort of event that's going on in the village that you really want to be a part of. It fucks up your town if you do stuff like that. I did it like 2 times in Animal Crossing because the game just outright refused to let me do things. And it was my day off, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? I finally have time to play this game, and I can't play it because you just decide, oh no, we're closed for today, but we'll be open tomorrow." Like that's ridiculous. That only happens once in the entire game. But I'm like, I want to play now. I'm off now. I'm skipping forward and I'm going back, and it that actually worked. And to prevent that, Nintendo's like, okay, well, all the holidays are updates now. All of the furnitures are updates now. Because you guys are cheating, and we don't want you to do that. And people are still cheating, but it's not to the extent... Like, you can't get items that everyone else gets before everyone else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine, but I think they use that as an excuse to be lazy. Because there's furniture not included in this game that was in older games, and to compensate for that, they just give you alternate color schemes for the furniture you already have, which I find a little insulting because you have this store called Nook's Cranny, and they sell you 4 items every day, and I don't think I've seen a different item in the past month playing this game.
Damn.
Yeah, I have been looking for specific items that I'm either familiar with or just something interesting to go with my little scheme here. And it's like, this town, this thing isn't upgrading, and it should have by now. And I hear that the town, I keep saying that, the store upgrades eventually, but they don't tell you when it does it, and it just kind of happens. I know people already have the shop, I don't yet. And when you do eventually upgrade the shop, you only get one more item every day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I understand. I feel like Nintendo is making it so that it's like, it's artificially making you play more every day because they're cutting. There's a scarcity on items every day that you can't have. And They make you play to go to like exclusive islands to get exclusive items to make other exclusive items, and they make it hard to get other items because you have to get the recipes to make those items, but they only come from balloons that come every other day, or every other 10 minutes, and you have to get lucky if you get the right balloon. And then there's message in the bottles; those come every day, once, and you have to hope and pray to God that they give you a DIY that you don't already have. So it's a bitch to make the shit you want to do, and Nintendo, I feel like, knew exactly what they were doing, because it's harder to make what you want in this game, and you'll end up playing more of it, and like wasting your time and money on this game. And it's not like there's
You
no
know,
in-game purchases, but like there got to be some incentive for having people play so much of it.
you know what this sounds like, Kevin?
What?
It sounds like communism.
No, if it were communism, everybody would have the exact same town, with the exact same villagers, with the exact same money, and it would just be fucking plain all over the board. But don't feel that way, because the new inclusions, I can't even say I like them. DIY was in old games, but DIY is more elaborate now, and because of that, items that were infinite, the only item that ever broke on you in an Animal Crossing game is an axe. Now every item breaks if you use it. And
It's the Zelda Breath of the Wild shit.
yeah, it's got durability. No, I don't think that's shit in Zelda. I think that works in Zelda. In this, you catch something, you fish something, after like 20 times, oh, it's broken, you gotta make another one. How fucking annoying that is, having to go back and make another one after I'm going through my like whole trek. You better be prepared, man, if you're going on an island to hunt like rare bugs or fishes, because if you do not have enough shit, you are boned. Islands will come with trees that you can cut for wood to make other items or get twigs or whatever, but eventually you're gonna run out and you're just not gonna have enough. It's such a bitch. All those aspects are ungodly annoying in this new game. And it just makes me feel I just want to have my nice little leisure animal town where I get to do whatever I want. And in this game, the incentives are, well, the designing tools are better, which I do like, and it's very customizable. It's the most customizable Animal Crossing, which is cool. And eventually, if you reach a certain point, you can terraform your island to make it exactly how you want it. And I'm doing that now. But here's another thing: if you want to build a bridge, or you want to build some sort of incline, if you alter your town after you've already done all that, you are stuck with that incline and you are stuck with that bridge. And if you want to destroy it, you have to pay for it. And if you want to build a bridge or an incline to replace the one you just destroyed, you have to wait a day for that to get destroyed, and then wait another day so you can put up the fucking project. It's like, why are you making this so hard? What if I just want to move my house to the right? Like, what if I just want to move the bridge? I gotta destroy it first? And, I mentioned houses. You can't move houses you can't move houses a little bit. You gotta move it to some big-ass, random-ass open place, and then move it to the spot that you want it exactly. And it's just such a bitch. And you can only move one house at a time, mind you. It's annoying. It's annoying. And I see people kissing the shit out of this game. Like, it's perfect. And I just feel like it's more tedious. I think it's more bullshit that I have to deal with than I did in older Animal Crossing games. That being said, I do play it a lot. I'm having fun. And at the end of the day, it is a pretty fun game. But I think it is a crappier Animal Crossing game. I think the 3DS one is better. I do think this one is better than the DS one and the Wii one. But I don't know, man. I think I had more fun playing the GameCube game than I did this one.
Damn.
But I like it, okay? I play it every day, and I'm still trying to upgrade my shit. Getting stuff is tedious, but it was like that in the original Animal Crossing. It just feel like it's even more tedious now to do what you want to do. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's fun, but it's flawed. I hear so many people kissing the shit out of this game. It's a flawed game. It is not as good as the original. But the new things,
Interesting.
the new things they include are great additions. The new things, the new positives are great. The new negatives, ruin the experience for me.
Now, what about that multiplayer?
I rarely do that, but when I do, our own music producer Mittens, me and him are always visiting each other's town, hooking each other up with items we have on our exclusive islands, and I like that. I like that we can just kind of like hop on Discord and be like, "Hey, dude, what's up? I'm doing this in my village. Yeah, I'm doing this in my village." And like we'll talk with another friend who's also playing Animal Crossing, being like, "Hey, dude, do you have this? Blah blah blah." And that part's fun. I like the multiplayer. It helps. Like just kind of like, yeah, dude, I'm hunting fish right now. They're fucking not coming out. What about you? Yeah, I'm trying to build my village, but I can't build a new bridge because the other one's being broken. And it's fun. It's fun. I feel like everyone is going through shit, but like because everyone's playing it during the corona, it's just more. Everyone understands each other's pain. I feel like this is the perfect game to come out during the corona, and also the worst game to come out under circumstances, because people are playing this more than intended. Animal Crossing is the kind of game you play for like an hour or two a day, not for a whole day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, David, I know I shat on the thing, but I think if you're willing to play like maybe an hour, it's fun. It's a fun game. Just, I think the older ones were better. You kind of don't have a choice now, but Animal Crossing Switch, I give it a I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Bordering on a 7, but I give it an 8 out of 10. In anticipation for this game too, by the way, everybody I know got fucking amiibo cards for this game, because you could get the amiibos of the villagers you really want in your town, and you can just slap them in, and you can bring them. How it works is you scan the amiibo, and they come in, and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go visit your town," and they visit a campsite, and if they visit 3 times, like in 3 days, they'll be like, "All right, I'll stay," and you can bring them in, which is awesome because everyone's like, it's basically a bidding war on eBay to get the exact one you want.
Ha!
I got lucky. Mine were, more than like I pay more for the pack. I pay less for the pack than I do for these cards. But the ones I got were like $12. I think at most 18, and I'm like, I would rather get 2 cards I know I really want than a bunch of packs of random cards I really don't want.
Yeah,
That
for
was
sure.
that was fun. A lot of us did that. That was a fun little thing we did. And yeah, I hear the amiibo cards are selling out like crazy on eBay because everyone wants them. They all want their specific favorite villager. I didn't mention this, but in my village, I'm kind of going for like a. I don't know if you guys knew this. I love Berserk. So I named my island Falconia, and I'm basically making it this. I know there's a term for it, but I'm not thinking of it. I'm basically making an island where it's 2 separate islands. One really small one to the left that's like covered in shit, and all of the non-birds live on that island with the dumpster and the crappy little shrine. And then in my beautiful Falconia is all the shops, all the provisions, and my beautiful castle sitting on the top where I roleplay as my great King Griffith. And I watch down on my shitters. I made sure that most of the my villagers on the shitty side were all dogs. One dude is straight up guts, and I have my own little guts armor. And I saw him wearing it, and I was like, "Oh my god! It's all according to Keikaku." So that was cool.
So,
And the amiibo
weren't you?
cards I got specifically, hang on, were bird knights. They were bird knights. I took one look at them, and I'm like, I fucking need these guys on my crew. I need the bird knights to be watching over my Falconia as members of the Band of the Hawk. And then I even bought another one that was another birdie, who's the only bird who lives on the shitty side of the island. His name is Puck. I needed him. I needed him. I'm
You,
debating on moving to the other side, but go ahead.
uh, so you're not playing as Griffith, you're playing as the Femtos. And the Bird Knights, man, I need to read Berserk. I
I've
can't
been.
make enough jokes.
I was gonna talk about it later in the podcast, Talkcast, whatever. I'm rereading Berserk and I'm getting back to my favorite parts. It's so awesome. I'll talk about it later, but yeah, dude, Berserk. That's my whole motif for my island. I was gonna make like a. I made my guts armor, but I'm like I want to make more armor. But there's already like a regular suit of armor you can wear that looks just like Griffith's suit of armor. So I'm like I'm not even gonna fucking make any more of this. It's already in the game for me. And like there's Skull Knight. There's like a skull radio that's supposed to be my Skull Knight. And then I have like
That
a giant. I just got a giant moth statue that I ordered from some bug dude, and it's like it's the fairy chick who's trying to turn her friend into an elf like her. She's a demon. She's not a real elf. That's the whole thing. And then like I'm having all these things that are alluding to like other characters in Berserk. I just want this whole. I have a giant monster statue inside my house. It's awesome. My favorite thing about Animal Crossing is the decoration and customizing, and that has not diminished in the slightest. It's what I'm enjoying the most out of this game. But it's also a little overwhelming. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Very fun.
maybe I'll try it out. Maybe.
I mean, David, it really sounds like you like games with an ending, and Animal Crossing doesn't end. So I don't know if I can.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't think I can recommend it for you. But if everyone's playing it, man, and if you want to try it out, now's the time.
Yeah, maybe. I'll maybe try it because this has been a series I've known about for a long time, but it's always been something that didn't draw me. So
Well, if it makes
I'm
you feel better,
curious.
a lot of people who've never played Animal Crossing are saying they like this game. Exactly for
All
what I
right.
said too. Just pick it up for an hour and you put it down. For 3 years straight, I would check on my Animal Crossing town in the 3DS game,
Oh God,
and it
that
was
sounds
just like 30
terrible.
minutes. It was just 30 minutes, dude. Like you can't
Yeah, I
give it
can
a
do so
day.
much in 30 minutes. All right, I need
No,
that
you
30 minutes.
fucking can't. You don't do a lot of shit in 30 minutes. I know
No, I
you.
take 30-minute shits.
Oh.
I can swim a lap in 30 minutes. You know,
Okay,
I
okay,
can do
okay,
so
okay,
much
okay. Hang
shit.
on. If you're taking a 30-minute shit, then what's stopping you from taking your 3DS in there with you? There it is. I just blew a big ass hole in your whole conspiracy. Fuck off. Hole.
No, I can't play games on the toilet because then
Oh
my
my
legs fall
god.
asleep
Oh my
and then I
god.
fall over and have shit rub all
On the
over
floor.
myself. I can't. I have to crawl into the shower. I have to
It's this
spray
weird
my whole yeah.
it's this weird miasma shit that just fucking crawls all over your body after it's crawled out. It's a weird disease.
It's the Jinjito. It's the shit monster.
Gingito. The shit monster.
Jinjito?
Yeah. Vegeto's cousin. Anyway, so yeah, that's Animal Crossing. 8 out of 10. Bordering on a
Alright.
7. But it's still Animal Crossing, and there's still a lot of enjoyability to it. It's just very scarce at this point, and very tedious. But still fun. Still fun.
Cool.
Alright, well, David, I stopped you from doing so, but now we can finally talk about it.
Yeah. We played, both of us, the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Now, when this came out, uh, the reception before the game even fucking released was polarizing, to say the least. That game. How do you remake a game? But how do you okay? How do you remake a game that does well and then remake the sequel to that game and have cut content? Like
It's
it's
called a short development cycle. It's called a lesser budget. Um, yeah,
Resident Evil
pretty
2
simple.
is the perfect remake to well, as perfect
I
as you can
disagree.
get.
I disagree.
It's a better remake than 3, God damn it! Stop trying to fight against me.
Well, I'm gonna go over how these remakes change shit and my issues with it. But Resident Evil 2 is the more faithful one for sure,
It's the more superior remake. How about that?
and it's better. Yeah, yeah.
There's so much included in that. They even included tofu mode. And, like,
Yeah, there was so much
secondary
content in
modes.
the Resident Evil 2.
And then Resident Evil 3, it's like, okay, here's the story mode, and you can replay it, and there's a store. Like, that's it?
And this bullshit multiplayer mode.
Like, you couldn't include, like, some odd, like, third player mode or something? Like, there wasn't much to the original. From what I heard, it had, like, multiple endings, and there were areas you never visit.
Yeah,
And then,
you didn't go to the clock tower
yeah, you don't
in
go to
the
clock
remake.
tower. No spiders, there's no park.
Yeah, there's no park. And the one thing that I was looking forward to was the branching paths.
Uh-huh.
And that
It
was
wasn't in it.
completely absent.
Yeah, it was cut. It was cut. There's no... It's one campaign, but there's no replayability, and they want you to replay it. Even in the first Resident Evil, which I think can be kind of linear, there are things you can do that fuck up your ending. And it just kind of feels like... Well, if I play this game and I do something else, it's not like my ending's going to be any different. I think you can shoot Nikolai, or you can, like, miss or something. And that's the brunt of your ending.
Oh yeah, you can either die or shoot it and get the ending.
Why? And then they include resistance, which I've never touched.
Oh
Like-
yeah, I've just seen gameplay. I don't even want to bother.
What the fuck, man? Like, what? Why couldn't you just put the money you put in resistance into making a better game?
That
They
was
just-
that was already a separate. They were gonna try to sell that separately, man.
And
And
they
then
knew
they
there
figured-
wasn't so.
Yeah, they found out. Oh my god, it's a fucking piece of shit. We have
What
to
they should have
include
done, because I hear everyone talking about how, like, Resident Evil 4 is going to get a remake. Resident Evil 4 is going to get The ending of Resident Evil 3 couldn't have been more obvious that we're getting a fucking Code Veronica, okay? It's very clear that we're getting a Code Veronica remake. If you don't think we're getting one, you're stupid. That was Chris at the end of the game, with his punching bag and his green shirt. That was him. Why did they not just release Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica as one thing if they were just going to do that? That would have been awesome. But
Oh, that would have taken way longer.
it's... Well, my theory is that Code Veronica is already being worked on. And they're just not talking about it.
Oh, but there's the rumors that it's gonna be Resident Evil 4, man.
No, I think it's Code Veronica for sure. I think they're making Code Veronica. That or Code Veronica is going to be DLC for Resident Evil 3, which is stupid. But I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that they're remaking Code Veronica.
I don't know, man. I think they want to get straight into that RE4 money.
I don't think so. If anything, I think it'll be in Resident Evil 4 and then Code Veronica. But I think we're getting both. There's just no way that we're not getting Code Veronica.
Well, we'll find out in about.
I mean, you're so
2
doubtful,
years.
but it's rumors. You're so doubtful, but it's a rumor. So, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I would rather. I don't even like Resident Evil 4, so I could care less.
Whoa!
Dark Game is closer. You can't hate Resident Evil 4. You can't hate Doom. Yep. Yep.
Oh my god!
Fuck Resident Evil 4. That game sucks.
You just fucking whiplashed me, bro.
I don't hate Resident Evil 4. Calm down. But
That's
I
what
like
you
I like
said.
Resident Evil 5 more than 4. I like Resident Evil 5 more than 4.
Oh, okay. That's funny. I could see why.
I don't like Resident Evil 4. I don't like it as much as other people do. I think it's a fine game. I enjoyed it when I first played it, but then I'm just kind of like, well, I mean, they ruined Resident Evil with this game, so like, there's just so much for me to hate about it. Because I play Resident Evil 1, oh, that's the best one. I play Resident Evil 2, oh, it's just like Resident Evil 1. Play Resident Evil 3, I mean, it's teetering on action, you know, that's good. Resident Evil 4, what the fuck did you do to my game? There's levels now? Like, what? There's levels, it's action-based. What are you doing here? And everyone loves that game. Everyone loves that game. And then Resident Evil 5 is just Resident Evil 4, but like even more level based. I don't know, but I liked Resident Evil 5 more than 4. I can't explain to you why, but I just did.
I can't even finish 5, and I love 4.
I love 5. The ending. People hate Wesker at the end of that game. I love the end of that game. There's just so much not to like about Resident Evil 4 for me, but it's a good game. It's a good game. Don't confuse me. I said hate, but I have a vendetta with that game. I have a vendetta.
Damn, Kevin.
By the way, I bought Resident Evil 6. I'm trying to play all of these games in some form or another. I bought Resident Evil 6 for cheap. I think I'm gonna finally get into it because I know the overall story. And another thing I hate about Resident Evil 4, it just feels so unconnected to any other Resident Evil, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it makes me like it less. Like, and it makes Leon into such a douchebag. Like, I don't like his character in Resident Evil 4 either. Yeah, it's just letting it all out of the back.
It's wow, Revelations, Resident Evil Revelations 2.
That's a better game than 4. I loved Resident Evil Revelations. Yeah. Have you played that game? It's dated as fuck.
Which one?
Resident Evil 4 is dated.
I played it on the Switch like 2 months ago.
And it's dated. I played it too on my Switch. I have it on my Switch. It's dated.
Oh, you were sad, strange little man.
Yeah, I hate Doom too.
That's fine. I accept that a lot easier than the Resident Evil 4 one.
It's just you're ass kissing it, and just that helps.
Ass
by the way,
kissing
that
it?
helps me hate it. You ass kiss it. That helps me hate it. What? You can't hate Resident Evil 4. It's not as good as Resident Evil 1. Okay, Resident Evil 4 is worse than Resident Evil 1. I don't think I'm alone in that opinion. By the way.
Oh no, because there's millions of people. There's no fucking way you're alone.
Resident Evil 1 is better than Resident Evil 4.
That's fine.
I understand.
That's fine.
I understand people thinking Resident Evil 5 is better than 4 being a stupid opinion. But Resident Evil 1, 2... Oh, well, Resident Evil 1 and 2 are better than 4. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's more... I'm more... Like, how much you have, like, something against RE4.
It was just hyped up. It was hyped up and...
Oh, it's you and your popularity hype bullshit. I get it now.
It's worse than... Okay, well, see, I can't hate it then because of that. See? You're in this mindset that I can't hate this game. You're in this mindset that I can't hate this game. What about it is flawless to you? This went from Resident Evil 3 into, like, deconstruction of Kevin's mind. Like...
Wait, what do you mean that you can't hate this game? You told me that you did. So, yeah, you do. I'm just surprised.
I don't hate the game because it's bad. I hate the game just because of this whole thing. The stigma around it. The hype it gets. Like, this pedestal it's on. And both what it did to Resident Evil. That just shocks me. And I guess you can call me, like, a late bloomer in Resident Evil because I started with I think Revelation. No. I played 1. I played Remake. Or did I? I played 4 first. Yeah, can you believe that? I think I played 4 first. I played 4, 5, then Revelations, then 7. Revelations 2. I played Revelations 2 because I loved Revelations so much. And I'm like, this is awesome. And 4, 5, Revelations, and Revelations 2 are very connected games, right? Because they all have similar gameplay. Revelations is basically Capcom going, okay, these are going to be the action Resident Evil games, and the main ones are going back to horror. So, yeah, I started with 4, and that was a good game. Like, I want more, and I played more. And then I played 7. I'm like, that game's fucking amazing. I love Resident Evil 7. That used to be my favorite game on my PS4 before Death Stranding. And then... I'm like, I gotta play the first one, man. I played it before, I never finished it. I gotta play it again. I played Resident Evil 1, blew my fucking mind. It was amazing. And then I found out Resident Evil 2 was getting a remake. I'm like, I'm all over that. I gotta play that.
Wow, you went ass backwards into this series.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as Resident Evil 7 was the trigger that's like, you mean the games used to be like this and it wasn't bullshit action? And Resident Evil 7... Well, Resident Evil 7 does have action, but I feel like it's more subdued compared to the other games in the series. I feel like Resident Evil 1 and 7 are like hand in hand, just like the next leap in technology that it could have taken. And 4, 5, and 6 are just kind of like, alright, we're just going to give you guns and zombies, and it's going to be more like a movie novella. Revelations 1 and 2 are like that as well. And I feel like we ruined a good series by doing that, and it all started with 4.
Wow.
So I got this vendetta.
Damn, okay. Very interesting, Kevin. I understand now, but goddamn, it's weird.
It's not a bad game, but you're right. Part of the overhype killed it for me. I'm not going to deny that. But, yeah.
Anyway, back to Resident Evil 3 Remake.
You know, I won't even say that Revelations 2, before we do that, I won't even say Revelations 2 is better than 4. I just like Revelations 2 more than 4. But yeah. I really like Revelations 2.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, just going back to remake changes that disappointed in.
I'm glad we went on
Resident
that
Evil,
tangent, by the way.
So Resident Evil 2 remake, the side A and B to the different playthroughs were not as interesting as the original.
In 2?
And unfortunately, wait, sorry, what?
In which one, 2 or 3?
In 2.
You didn't think so? I thought so.
Well, because in the original, you would fight Mr. X depending on who you're playing as in the B scenario.
Uh-huh.
But in the remake, it's the same sequence of events, just in different, like when it happens, but you still... Leon is the one that kills Mr. X, and Claire is the one that fights Birkin.
Yeah.
So it's not as different in each playthrough as the original was. And they didn't do anything interesting, they just actually simplified it and made it less interesting. And unfortunately, Resident Evil 3, they simplified it even more and took out sections of the game, of the original game.
Before we move on, since you're talking about Resident Evil 2, I thought that you said the A and B's were worse than the original. I think that
yeah.
It's crazy because usually when people think Resident Evil 2 or 4, they think Resident Evil... They're like, Leon's the best one. I go with Leon. I thought that Claire was better than Leon's. I thoroughly enjoyed Claire's playthrough more than Leon's. But I played her on B, so there's probably a huge difference there. Now... I don't know if I hate that, because you said that, like, I never beat the original. I played it, but I never beat the original.
Mm.
It doesn't hurt me that Claire's the one who kills Birkin, and then Leon is the one that kills Nemesis. I think that's better, because Leon's the one who finds Nemesis first, right? I mean, not Nemesis, what am I saying? Mr. X. Right?
Well, it's only like that because of how they railroaded what happens in the story.
Uh-huh.
But in the original, depending on which order you played the different characters, it could be Claire that first encounters Mr. X.
Isn't it canon that Claire is first, I think?
Yeah, there's a canon structure where it's I think it's Claire A, Leon B.
Uh-huh.
In which Claire does fight Birkin and Leon does fight Mr. X, I think.
Well, I did Leon Claire, and that's how it ended. But I actually really liked the way they branched it together, and that you fight Birkin one more time on the train.
But it's not as connected as the original. You know, like
they tried to do it.
It's just not as interesting. But yeah,
they tried to do it. They leave like letters, like Leon's like, Claire, I blah 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 blah. I'll meet you later. But that's not enough because there's too many inconsistencies. Yeah.
Yeah. It like in the original there was more things you could do that would affect the other playthrough. Or like about the window shutters, if the zombies get in, if you did it in the first playthrough, It would affect the second playthrough.
See, but I feel like that would. I feel like that would be too. It would be too much. You know. Don't you think?
Well, it was in the original, man. You can go and play it and see
Okay.
if it was too
Okay.
much or not yourself. You know.
I mean, you
I
could
thought it was
argue.
cool.
You could argue that it's a benefit, but yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
Like it was already done, like and it was cool then, and they took it out. You know, like it's just it's a lack of something that was
Yeah.
there. You know.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Uh, so how was you in the
How
playing
was it?
of the third Resident Evil remake?
There was one time. No, there were two times in the entire game that I thought, "What the fuck is going on?" The first time was when Jill fought those bug things that you never see again. And the second time was when you were fighting the Horde with Carlos. And other than that, I'm just like, this is fun, this is enjoyable. The one thing that blew my mind was how many save stations there were.
Yeah,
And
there's so many.
just how, like, I underestimated how linear this game was. This game's very linear. Outside of the hospital and the city, the city was way too small, by the way. There wasn't much to it. But I liked the game. And
Yeah.
the story is a little. It doesn't really explain itself well. I don't know how it is in Resident Evil 3, but it just kind of feels like they don't really go into why Nemesis is chasing after Jill and the STARS members. And there's this Russian dude, and they don't really explain him. But then she's like, I'll do some digging. Haha. It's like, well, that's cute, Jill. You'll do some digging. You're a non-existent character in real life, and, you know. But how the fuck am I supposed to figure out what's going on? Is there gonna be DLC or something? Like, what's going on here?
Well, it was like that in the original, where it's like you don't know too much about Nemesis actually, but it's a biological weapon from Umbrella, and it was launched to kill the STARS members because they wanted to make sure to get rid of them. Like you can piece that together, you know.
Mm. That being said, I think Nemesis
Um,
is badass. I think he's cool.
yeah, for sure. In this game, with all the different things that he can do. Um,
Stars. I was done.
uh,
Continue.
uh, I
Uh,
think the Stars voice is a little worse than last time, but I don't have much reverence for it,
third
so
one.
it didn't really matter too much to me.
You played the
Um,
original?
I think I played it slightly, but not much. I've
I'm
watched
interested.
videos on it though.
I really would like them to remake Code Veronica because I heard that's more in tune with what Resident Evil is all about. But we'll see. I still think they're gonna remake it. I don't think they're gonna remake 4. I think that's just a rumor, honestly. But who
We'll
knows?
find out. Anyway, um, I do like well, with Nemesis being so much more of a threat, I'm
Hmm.
glad that Jill is able to dodge, and
I like that too. I rarely used it,
it's
but when
such
I used it, it worked.
yeah, it was cool. I like to just roll out of my way through zombies and sidestep when he fucking fires the rockets and shit.
Yeah.
Uh, it was dope. Uh, Jill is cool. I like playing as Jill. I'm
Me
glad
too.
she's a character. I like what they did to her in this game.
You know
And
what segment
Carlos,
I liked
oh,
playing as Carlos.
Carlos is such a shaggy hunk of
Now,
a Latin persuasion.
here's what you do when you play. If you pre-ordered the game, here's what you do: classic outfit on Jill, new outfit on Carlos. Any other way is
Yeah.
stupid. Carlos looks way better in the newer outfit
Oh,
than the older one.
okay, yeah. I'm gonna rank Jill's outfits right now. It's the Stars uniform is number one.
No.
Uh, her remake outfit is two, and her original three outfit is three.
Wow, that is a terrible ranking. That is a fucking garbage ranking.
I know I grew to warm up to the original third outfit, but it's still the worst one.
Nah.
Boom. The real ranking that matters.
You know, I feel I insulted myself by saying that the Jill outfit isn't the best one, but I like the original outfit way more. And I don't really want the Stars outfit. What I wanted was the Dino Crisis outfit on the remake. I'm clearly not getting. So
Dino Crisis.
yeah, because in the original one you could unlock a Dino Crisis outfit for a
Oh,
Jill.
that's right.
So see, that's the thing. Like, you couldn't just fucking throw us a bone. Like, come on, man. More costumes, at least. At least one for Carlos. It leads me to believe that there's going to be an update to this game eventually, but you know, it's already out. So what is there to add?
Yeah, I don't know. They already got our money.
Who knows? It's not going to be like Resident Evil 7, where they promised us a campaign that wasn't good. We'll see.
Yeah, well, they're making on the
long,
next one.
Yep.
They might be working on RE8 right now, actually.
The rumors for RE8 sound fantastic, and I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for Resident Evil 8. I want more Wesker children, god damn it.
Oh, damn, more than one? He went and put his biological children
Okay,
into
I'm just gonna
those
stop you
women's
right there.
wombs.
If you don't
What?
know who the Wesker children are, you're not a Resident Evil fan, you should like totally kill yourself.
I know Jake.
Jake Wesker is the son of Albert Wesker. Do you know who
Yeah,
Alex
he's a punch
Wesker
boy.
is?
I've heard of him.
She's some bitch OC that they put in Resident Evil Revelations who's supposed to be smarter
Oh,
than
right.
Albert
Oh, that's
Wesker.
right.
Yeah. And she's also in Resistance.
Lame.
Wesker is cooler than Alex Wesker, but I would like to see more Wesker children. I also think the old lady from Resident Evil 7 is tied to that, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
Say Wesker one more time.
Weskies.
Yo, you.
Alright. I'll take a look around. You two go and investigate. Anyway. Oh, hang on. Let me do one more Wesker impression. Crass! Okay. Well, that was Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
As you can tell, me and David are very passionate about Resident Evil. And we may have our favorites and differing opinions, but we both love the series dearly. Dearly. I think it is my favorite thing Capcom has ever made. Scratch that. It's my favorite thing Capcom's ever made, second to Mega Man.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then Street Fighter Third Strike, which is a masterpiece.
Oh, that's right. We gotta rank it, Kevin. We gotta rate it.
You want to rank? Oh, we gotta rate it. Okay.
I completed the game. I did all the store shit. I beat it on all the difficulties.
But then I started to play as Carlos and I got fucking frustrated. So
I blew everything up with the fucking rocket launcher, and
nice.
You know what? It wasn't exactly fun. The sixth time I played the game, but whatever.
I
give it a 4 out of 5.
How do you give Death Stranding a 3 out of 5, but you give fucking Resident Evil 3 a 4 out of 5?
Yeah, it was fun.
3 out of 5.
You're changing my ranking?
No, that's my ranking.
Or is that your ranking? Oh, yes. Okay.
3 out of 5. Death Stranding's better.
I mean, I think you'd probably be more satisfied if I gave it 10 rating scale. But
yeah,
I'm sticking my 5.
That's okay. You're Adam Sessler, which is awful. I'm Morgan Webb, and I have huge boobs. So there you go. You got powder on your face. I got the rack. So
yeah.
Not that I want it, but well, I'm better. That's all that matters. That concludes game talk, but that was fun.
No.
Oh God, David, you're gonna talk about pointless things that no one cares about.
What? But they added stuff into it.
Nemesis had 4 skin layers in this game, and I found when you shot the outer one, he looked less horrifying than when you shot the second layer. I'm sorry. Go on. Continue.
Talking about Persona 5 Royal, I'm currently about 30 hours in.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna be a dick. I actually do want to know your opinion on this because I don't know. I'm considering. I'm considering it. Tell me what you think of
So,
this.
um, if you have only played through the original game once, or this is your first time, or you
I
just
didn't.
feel like you want to go back to it,
I didn't
this
even
is
get to
definitely
beat
a
it.
good opportunity to do that. Okay.
I stopped at
I
Kamoshida, I think. Who's the bald guy? That's his name. Am I wrong?
the bald guy, that's Shido.
Okay. Yeah, I stopped at him.
That's near the end of the game.
I know it is, but I had to give the copy back. It wasn't mine.
Oh, okay. Um,
Ironically,
so
the person I borrowed it from hates that game. But
that's funny.
go ahead.
So they've added content. They've added at least two new social links that I've seen. There's a counselor,
Okay, and
and
you've played Golden too, right? Persona 4 Golden.
I've only played original Persona
That
4.
that is my only experience with Persona 4, and it was a great time. So
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe going into that after 5, maybe after a break. But I need to play Golden. But
it's
there's some
great.
shit. Yeah.
I genuinely believe that Persona 4 Golden was so good that it ruined my friend's chances of enjoying any other Persona again, and that's why he hates Persona 5.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Persona, and I played it. I didn't beat it. It's a curse with me in RPGs. RPGs are my favorite genre of game, but I like some most of them I can't even beat because of how long and extensive they are.
Hmm.
I beat my favorites, but yeah. But hold on.
So they've added some social links. They've actually added some more mechanics into the battles.
Hmm.
Um, to where, and they altered what upgrading the social links does to your party members
Yeah.
to where, so things are more streamlined. So you don't have to work up to share experience points. I think I'm getting this right
Yeah.
with your party members anymore. Like everyone will start getting experience points no matter what you do.
Hmm.
Um, and you don't you get each time you're in a new battle, you can use your guns to the how much ammo you have,
So
and
wait,
then the next battle it'll reload.
these are
So
new
you don't.
gameplay mechanics to the actual battle system.
There's these certain monsters you fight that'll be glowing, and if you destroy them, they'll blow up and hit the other ones.
Okay.
But if you don't hit them, or if you don't take them down, they'll automatically try to attack the one that attacked them back.
Uh huh.
So you kind of have to hit them fast and hard, and then they also give you an item when you destroy them.
Okay.
So that's a little cool thing. But um,
Do they add more
they've
social links? You
also
said two, right?
two so far that I've seen.
Okay.
Also, I've just had this happen. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was in the original, but if the they monsters can take your one of your party members hostage, and then you
Hmm.
have to do a negotiation with them, or else they'll kill the player in that your party member. So
That
you have to
sucks.
so you have to either give them whatever they want. Like in the one time that I had it, they took like 30 of my SP, and then they wanted an item. And like, oh well, fuck that! I'm not giving you any more shit
Just kill the
after
guy
you've
and bring
already.
him back.
Yeah, and so that's what happened. And I think it was a fucking pixie that did it too. That fucking low level bitch.
Yo.
um, they changed mementos a little bit. They added this fucking robot kit or something, and you can
Ba-doo,
collect.
doo, doo. Ba-doo, doo, doo.
Yeah, you can collect some more items down there and trade them for him as a shop.
Oh,
Um,
that sounds neat.
and you can also he has and you can also upgrade like he also upgrades what you do with mementos. Like you can upgrade how much experience you get while you're down there.
Hmm.
Like you can get like 25% boost
For real?
per level. Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
This is my former self, after all.
uh, you can get more money, more items. You can upgrade that by getting these stamps on each
Hmm.
level of the mementos. You trade it to him. Um, and then, in terms of new things, there's also this uh, like lounge area, not in the actual game, outside the game where you can like, it's like a fucking, you can decorate like this little area, like this huge area,
In the
and
game?
it's like outside of the game. I forget what the fuck it's the Thieves Den. That's what it's called, and you
But
can like
it's in the game, like the disc.
yeah, it's in the disc,
Okay.
but
Because
it's a
I'm thinking
separate.
like an app.
No, it's just a separate uh thing you could load into.
And you can unlock
Um,
things for it?
yeah, as you go through the
Okay,
game, you
that's a selling
unlock things
point.
that you can do,
That's
and
a selling
then
point.
like I just unlocked some Persona uh, the music concert footage of different songs they played. Um, you can rewatch different cutscenes, but you can also decorate that area. So I put like Morgana's cat bus in one area,
Dude,
and I put
that's a fucking huge selling point there. If it's
our
there's a
our
game, Arsene.
yeah our scene, and I put some other personas and like and then the party members so far have like come to visit my den,
What
and
the
then like
hell?
they would go up to
Dude,
Ryuji's Captain Kid persona, and then like they would be talking about it and like with each other, and it's like whoa, okay, some a lot more dialogue and shit. It's
you
kind
know
of fun.
that reminds me of Animal Crossing. That sounds awesome. Um,
Yeah, I wanted to say Animal Crossing, but I didn't want to say Animal Crossing.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the shit you're telling me right now is selling me on this. I kind of want to give it a second shot.
And there's some sort of game, like card game, maybe you could play in it, but I haven't checked that out yet.
Does it
In
come
there,
with Does it come with the DLC stuff from the first game? No, right?
um,
Like
is
the
the
Persona
bunch of
5
costumes and
stuff?
shit.
Yeah.
No, those are separate.
God, you
Oh,
fuckers.
I don't know if you bought those in the original, if they just transfer over. I think they might, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
There's a thing where if you have save data from Persona 5, you can import it to this, and it gives you some items.
Oh man, you know
Um,
what? You know what? I had my save file was pretty much fucked because my friend was like, "Oh, on my account, I have these DLC items you could use," and you know how you can sometimes do that, like share games with another PS4 member if you like log into their account or whatever. Well,
yeah.
he's like, he gives me his DLC. He was like, "Oh, my brother's playing, so we had to switch to his account, or he had to switch to his whatever." He was using his account, and because I had the DLC saved and I had the game and I tried to play it while his account was being used by somebody else, my game was just like, oh, you can't play it because you don't own the DLC that's in this game, so you just can't play it.
Whoa.
It's like, what? I have to play when his account is logged in online. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And because of that, I'm just like, I can't beat this game. I was really sad about it, and I thought about buying the DLC, but it's like, it's not even DLC that I want. Like, I just had it
Yeah.
because my friend told me to get it. Like, what the fuck? So I would just make a new file in Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah, don't share accounts to get DLC. Don't do that.
That's a very stupid idea. I know that now. But yeah, dude, that sounds. This is sounding like an improvement. There's a new party member as well, right? The red-haired girl.
Yeah, she's a very cute, nice poochie.
Jesus Christ, Jesus
Uh,
Christ, David. Do not use that
but
fucking term. Don't say.
why?
Don't tell a girl she's got a nice poochie, my guy. Walk up to like,
Why not?
You're
It's just us here.
you're a very attractive woman, and you got a nice poochie. Well, so
That's
how
not what
far
I
are you?
meant.
You said
But
30
yeah,
hours?
about 30 hours. I'm in the. I just got Makoto, so
Oh,
I got
best
my
girl.
team. Yep.
Nee.
I got my
Well,
team of Ryuji, Yusuke, and Makoto. Now I'm set for the rest of the game.
God, I'm gonna have to make
Uh,
all those social links again.
well, there's an improvement where you're actually given some more extra time. Like you know how you go to fight in the other world, and then you come back, and then Morgana's like, "Go to sleep, you piece of shit."
You don't get to go to sleep.
Oh, you can do shit inside of the cafe now.
Nice.
Like you can't go outside, but you can still do something. You could read a book or whatever, you know.
Before you go to bed.
And then yeah, and then there's also they added cell phone conversations at the end of your social links.
Mm-hmm.
When you raise your social link rank, so that way you get some extra. You can get some extra points towards the next social link rank. You know what I mean?
Okay, now, David, tell me, can I shove my peepee into the disc hole of this game?
Would I mean how small is it?
I see what you're getting at, man. Alright, so now, do you think it would break if I stuck it in there?
I mean, do you need help with it getting hard? Because if
Now, if I put
not, then you'll
lubrication
probably
on it,
good.
do you think they would calcify the CD?
Oh no, that's pretty hard surface. You're gonna need a lot of lube before it
David,
does that.
what else do you have to say on the game?
Um,
Was that it?
so far, yeah. I mean, it's been pretty a lot similar to the last playthrough that I did, but it's
There's new
still
stuff.
enjoyable.
There's new stuff.
There's new stuff, and it's interesting. It's exciting.
I'm sure the story's gonna add more shit as you go on, but you know
Yeah,
what?
I think it might change a bit, and I'm wondering what it's gonna be like.
You know what? I know I'm acting my normal douchey self, but I was listening to all of that, and I'm not gonna lie, that sounds really enticing. And since I never owned the game before, I'm very tempted to pick it up now. Very
Oh yeah,
tempted.
for sure.
Hmm
It's a pretty good value.
I just got paid too, so on the top of
Well,
my stimulus check, so I could totally get it and wouldn't hurt me in the slightest.
Trump funding your weeb bullshit. Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
give him a
right.
small loan of $1,200, and I will fund your weeboo tendencies as long as you tell me right now On is best girl. And that's when I go, honey, On isn't even the best Persona girl. No, I'm just kidding. That was a weird. If she wasn't the best girl in Persona 5, then it's already implied that she's not the best girl in the Persona series. What crack am I on?
The kind that was given that they made at for the coronavirus. I don't know. I don't
Dude, I
fucking
have
know.
so much more shit I want to talk about, but I have to edit this shit. So, I say. You want to just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say
Uh,
maybe we should cut this, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind putting it all together in one thing.
mhm.
So, but that pretty much ends the video game talk. A lot of really.
No, no, just real quick. Hold on.
Ah!
uh,
Playtime is over. Go ahead. One more time.
FF7 came out. Kevin bought
Okay,
it. Well, I'll
so
get into it later.
I had that on my list, and I'm like, David isn't mentioning it. David isn't mentioning it. I don't want to mention it, but you mentioned it. I do have it. I have been playing it, and I'm not ready to make opinions yet. I'm not ready.
Okay. I wanted to mention based on the remake changes thing.
I haven't played much
I
of it either, so yeah.
I forgot to mention the last time when I played the demo how they changed the story to where uh what the fuck, Shinra, that's the company, right?
Yes.
So Shinra was the one responsible for the explosion instead of Avalanche. That was a
I like
weird
that.
change they did That was a weird change they did in the.
You know
I
what?
don't know if I agree with that.
I just said I like that. Slip of the tongue. That sounds like a
Okay.
George Lucas remaster
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
no,
Yeah,
no,
come on.
no. Shinra's the good. I mean, Avalanche is the good guys. They don't cause explosions. Avalanche. What crack am I on? Avalanche is the good guy. Shinra's the bad guy. They don't cause explosions. And so it's just like, no, no, you don't realize it was them that did the explosion. It was Avalanche. It's
It's
like
dumb.
bad, good people can do bad things. Okay, Berserk.
Yeah, it was weird because like the whole point of them is to blow the shit up, and then they didn't actually end up doing it.
As
It
Barrett said,
actually was Shinra.
then do the damn job. What?
Yeah,
No,
I don't understand that decision, and I
just do
hope they
the
don't change a lot of the actual game
just do
like
the
that.
damn job, dude. That's all you gotta do. You're getting paid to do this shit. You're getting paid not to blow up something. Barrett is already my favorite character in the remake. That much I will say. I love Barrett in the remake.
I got to finish. Oh fuck, what's it called? What's the town called?
Listen, whatever more video game talk we have, I just want to say, please let's not get it past 3 hours.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Kevin. You're cutting out a shit ton during this call, so I don't know what you said in the last like 2 seconds,
Oh fuck. Well, you know
and I'm
it's
just
really
going through it.
it's really good that we that was really steady, to be honest. Like I'm glad that we were able to make it work. If I am stuttering, I might cut that part out. But just go ahead, talk about your game, and I'll cut all this out.
Just more quick things. Last of Us 2 is put on hold indefinitely because they want to make that money and sell it to everyone. And
Yeah,
fuck them, I want to play that game. It's supposed to come out in February, and then the coronavirus. Then it's supposed to come out in May, and that's not fucking coming out at all.
I heard the story leaked, and I saw it, and
Oh god.
it made me fucking delete my pre-order. It made me
Whoa.
like insulted and both like, who was this made for? Now, I found that on a Cambodian basket weaving forum. So, take it with a grain of salt, but it was so believable that that's something that they would do because Neil Druckmann, is he the director of the game?
Yeah.
He just seems like such a douche who would totally think all this was a good idea. I haven't played the game. I don't even know if they'll make it work well in this game, but it was just kind of like, I thought this game was about zombies and surviving a zombie apocalypse, but I guess not.
Well, the original that wasn't the focus either.
Yeah, but the whole point is that she was a cure and they were trying to get her to the facility. All the while, Joel bonded with Ellie.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I know that they want to tell these, like, human character growth, whatever, but that's not why I played. Wait, what am I saying? That's totally why I played The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I don't even know my own point.
Well, I'll wait on any details until I get to it. But no matter how bad they fuck up the story, as long as the multiplayer is fine, I'll be okay. Because I love the original's multiplayer, and I'll still be satisfied if it's good.
Yeah, I would never play a Naughty Dog multiplayer game, and
Oh no, the
probably not
Uncharted
going
ones
to.
were dog shit, but Last of
Yeah.
Us multiplayer was really good.
Well, I'll never know.
Well, you're not a shoot boy. It's all right.
I am a shoot boy when it's good.
Oh,
What am I saying? Last of Us was good. Last of Us was good. I like that game. It's a solid 2 out of 5. What? I
Okay,
enjoyed
anyway.
it. That's not how ratings work. Jeez.
All right. Last thing.
4 out of 5, by the way.
So, Last of Us 2 was supposed to be out in May, not anymore. Well, you know what picked up the May slot?
What?
XCOM 2 on Switch.
XCOM 2? Holy shit!
It's about fucking time.
I thought you already played XCOM 2.
Kevin, I play that game 23 times a year, didn't you know?
Holy shit, dude. That's why the subheading of this game is XCOM 2 23. Fuck. Man, you know
Yeah.
what, David? I'm feeling a little compelled to cut this a bit. Like a two-parter. Yeah, why not?
No.
Well, I still have some more things to talk about, but just in case, this will conclude our part one, a fucking long ass part one, of the Corona 2 Tag Teamstars. And, well, shit, maybe we'll do like an after, I don't want to say after show.
Yeah, with Joel McHale.
We'll do like a part two, yeah, with Joel McHale. We'll do a part two, just extra shit we want to talk about, if it goes on that long. But if anything, we'll just consider this an ending and call it from here. So yeah, thank you.
Or we'll add it to it right here. I don't know.
Whoa. But yeah, just in case.
If
Bye.
not, bye.